Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to yet another exciting edition of your show. That's right, it's the Kickout Crew. My name is James. Cough, cough. I think we're all a little under the weather tonight, but want to thank everyone for the positive feedback from last week's episode. Want to thank everyone for the questions, and obviously, you can submit those on social media. Just look for us. It's Kickout Crew. And if you like what we're doing, be a friend and tell a friend about your show. And hey, let's all join in on the fun. That being said, I think it's time to get the fun going. And before we get the fun going, Bryant, do you have something? One of our co-hosts absolutely foamed out of his mouth last week, so we are going to address that at the top of the show. I believe Brad had some choice words about a certain tag team.
Oh.
Yes, you are correct. Brad decided to go off on a very particular tag team. And for those of you who might not remember what Brad actually said, let's go back and show everybody the clip here of what Brad said about some people's favorite tag team. Oop, hit the wrong button here. Hold on. I don't know what I'm doing, apparently.
Looks like I'm telling a secret.
There we
Oh,
go.
get the fuck out of here. I'm so sick of FTR. Man, what is the freaking big ass deal about
Talk
FTR?
about a hot take.
Jeez, oh man, they're okay. They're great. Good. Holy shit. Move on.
Honestly, I'd rather see him be in a single match.
What is it about FTR that if everybody wants to blow them all the time? I don't get it.
Those are good.
They're good. They're good. There's a lot of good tag teams. I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't get it.
Now, Brad decided to go on with his hot take, and naturally, a lot of people reacted, including a friend of the show, Amy Vaughn, who decided that she wanted to make sure she knew that Brad knew her feelings, so she sent in this video.
Ambush.
I just wanted to reach out to you all because, Brad's been saying some crazy shit on Twitter. Like, more than normal crazy. We all know about bitchin' Brad, whatever, old man yelling at the clouds. But, he's kind of, really said some crazy shit. And, I even reached out to Deb because I was like, hey, Deb, has Brad had, a recent head injury? Because I'm I don't even know where this is coming from, right? Any health things that are going on that, maybe could be causing him to, lose his mind? And she was like, well, no, he's got that ED thing, but that's long term. And I was like, I don't think that would really cause, mental, and, he has hemorrhoids. I don't know. I don't think any of that. I don't know exactly how the blood might work. But anyway, I don't really think it's that. And she was like, why? And I said, because he is saying some crazy shit. And she goes, what's new? And I said, no, Deb, this is, crazy. He says he doesn't understand, why people like FDR. And she was like, oh my God, that is some really crazy shit. I said, I know, girl, it is. So there's no head injuries. So that was really the only thing that I could think of. And so I wanted to kind of reach out to you all and just see, do you all think, does he need to be put, have you noticed anything? Are we thinking he had a stroke or something like that? Because surely to God, there has to be some kind of mental incapacitation, right? Because who in their right mind doesn't understand why people like the one of the greatest tag teams that will ever live, and that's had match after match after match with match of the year, great competition, stellar performances. I can't even imagine what he is thinking. So I just kind of want to reach out with you all first and just make sure that if you've noticed anything else like that, that's kind of weird. The other thing I think is if this kind of continues on, then I truly think that he has been taken over by an alien or something, and Brad is gone, and they've taken the inside of his body. So we need to skin him and just get rid of the alien or whatever, because this can't possibly be a wrestling fan, right? I mean, this can't be someone who claims to like wrestling if you're not into what FTR is putting out. And so I just want to reach out to you all. Just let me know what y'all are thinking, what else you see. And, if we need to do an intervention, I'm all for it. You just let me know. Okay. Love y'all. Talk to y'all later. Bye.
So that was for you, Brad.
Yeah,
That was-
no
We love
question
you,
why our
Amy.
show was 3 hours long that day, by the way. But go ahead.
Yeah, because you bitched about FTR.
So Amy wanted to make sure that you knew that. But she also Amy, you can unmute yourself if you'd like. Because Amy is also here to make sure that Brad, if you have anything you'd like to say, you can say what you like to about FTR to Amy, who I'm also dubbing the first lady of the FTR fan club as well. So,
Brad, you doing okay? Everything okay?
Ambush, huh?
No, this is not an ambush.
Don't you have a show to do tonight, Amy?
I do, but I made arrangements because I am seriously concerned. I mean, I talked to Deb. We're both now concerned.
Yeah.
You've really said some wild stuff. But this is really the wildest, I think. Like it really, really takes the cake. What other tag
Incompetent.
teams? What other good? I know you said that they're a good tag team.
So, okay.
Please don't say Young Bucks. I will
do
have
like
to
the Young
come
Bucks.
through over FTR.
Let me ask you a question. Did you like
Oh.
FTR before they came to AEW? Did you like them in WWE?
Let's see here. You mean Dash?
Listen, whatever you bought right after you already
Dash
after you already
and
rooted
Scott?
for FTR? So let me ask you this. When did you buy that?
When do you well, how do
You did
I
not
know?
buy that when they were in WWE, correct? Would you get that on sale at Walmart?
No, I bought this whenever they were in WWE.
You did.
Yes. Why would I not?
I think what you did is you
the
found out at the
revival-
bargain barn after they already were FTR and AEW.
Okay. This is kind of like Shutter Island. Sure, Brad. Sounds good. Whatever. That's fabulous. You're right. Let's do it your way, right?
ED?
Hey, Deb said that. I didn't.
Yeah. I'm sure.
I didn't say that. Deb did. Blood issue. I mean, like I said, we were really, like you said, you always say crazy shit. But she was like, when I told her what it was, she's like, oh yeah, that's pretty damn crazy. Like, yeah. But when I was listening to your hot takes, whatever the first question was about the Beatles, you were asked if you had had a recent head injury by Adam. And so I think you might want to like run by your hot takes with other people and again, darn it, I meant to look this up. There's like acronyms for a stroke. You got to see, can you smile? Okay. You're looking for like the lopsided face, right? Can you say the alpha?
That's the Zoom.
Huh? That's the Zoom. No, I'm talking about if you had a stroke.
I got it.
There's got to be a blood clot somewhere. That's all I got to know because seriously, FTR, they're phenomenal. Like there are some other great tag teams, but FTR is phenomenal.
I mean, they're the top 100. They're up there with the B team and some other great tag teams of our time.
Now you're just fucking with me. I was seriously concerned. I thought you had injured yourself, and Brad that we knew and loved was no longer around. And I thought maybe the lizard people that like Jim Cornette always says is living in the walls. I thought they had gotten you. I really, really did.
So funny story. I was busy last night at work, and I didn't even know this video.
I don't care about your story.
No. Because you texted me, and I didn't know what you were texting me about. And I'm like, what the hell happened here?
Oh, about why are you so blind? How could you be so blind? Yeah.
That was funny.
Oh, and you didn't even know.
I didn't even know at that point. I had to go do some research of why you were sending me this text. I got it.
That's because you're just like, well, that's because does everybody just send you stuff like that? Like, why are you such an idiot? And you're like, I guess I'll have to find out what I did that make me such an idiot, right?
All right. Well, this is not a feud. I just want everybody to know that this is not a
no feud, no feud at all.
It's more her general concern, right? More general concern.
Yes, because I don't think you can be a wrestling fan and not appreciate FTR as one of the best.
All right, so let's put that aside for a minute. Where this all stemmed from was this was going to be Sting's last match, right?
Right, and your head injury, right? I mean, with Sting's, it
So
stems
do
from
you
that
think
too.
Sting's last match should be against FTR?
No,
Much.
I
I'd
don't.
rather.
Mike,
FTR
this is where
instead
this
of
all
the
started, Mike. It should not.
No, I mean, I don't really. I don't really, honest to God, I don't really know who Sting's last match should be against. I mean, I've heard a lot of great ideas, but I don't think FTR. Uh, it, no,
And
there's nothing
it
there.
looks like it's going to be the Young Bucks, and this is where this all came from.
Right. And they're acting like, assholes. So yeah,
Back in
let's
prick
see
mode.
them get right. Nicholas and Matthew or
Yeah,
whatever they're
call them by their
doing
Christian names, right?
by their Christian names, which I
Hey,
know, I thought that was great. So
Amy,
no,
Amy, are
yes.
you saying not FTR because they're probably going to get beat with it being Sting's last match? You know, Sting's going to go over.
Yeah, I don't think people want to see FTR get beat like that. You know what I mean? Like, I don't really think
Exactly.
that
So
there's an
what I'm saying is,
interest.
but if it wasn't for that, I mean, do you not think Sting and Darby could do a good match with FTR?
Oh no, I think they could, but again, I don't really think that people want to see because they want to see Sting do the splash. They want to see him do all their moves, but wouldn't you rather have that on someone that you're not super excited about, like, or
Yes.
is
You want it
annoying?
to heel.
Like, FTR is not annoying, so I don't really want to see Cash get, Scorpion Splash, but I would love to see Nicholas get Scorpion Splash in the corner and pinned, you know. So I just don't think that's just the role for FTR in this particular with Sting. I think, like I said, I think the Young Bucks being, especially how they're being all snooty or whatever they're doing right now, um, I think could make for a really good, uh, really fun when Sting does pin them and they have to go on in the back or whatever, and Sting and Darby can celebrate. I think that'd be good. And then that gives Darby something to be, they can even do one-on-ones if they wanted to with, Darby taking on one of the Jacksons and just be like, I beat you or whatever. I don't know exactly what they're going to be doing with the Nicholas and Matthew characters and how much they may end up wrestling in the future
So,
versus EVPs.
but full disclosure, yes, I am not as big of a fan as FTR as everybody else in this group is, or as our whole wrestling community is. I don't dislike them. I don't think they're. I think they're good. I don't get the appeal of why everybody thinks they're the greatest tag team of all time. And I know I reacted. I did some yelling. I don't dislike them, like I said. I guess I just don't get it why they're the best ever.
Who do you think is the best ever?
Oh, I don't know. I don't know. But I just hate that they're always in the
Well,
conversation.
but no, I just mean,
Like,
well,
why were
that's
they tag team of the year? Why were they tag team of the year? And they were in the
they're
tag team of the year every year.
phenomenal.
Were they?
They're phenomenal.
But did they win anything to be tag team of the year?
They had championships. What, in 2022? They had 3 championship belts.
Yeah,
Almost at
They
the
were
same
they were
time.
they were the AEW tag team champions this year.
When?
The beginning of
March?
the year, and then
2023, I guess.
because they just dropped them to Big Bill and Ricky Starks.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. I guess that ruins that for me. But yeah, I don't.
Well, because you defecated out of the mouth, like you went on air and straight up pooped.
I just don't think
like you
they're.
defecated out of your mouth.
That's the reason why I was asking.
I like
you
the
what.
Lucha Bros better.
Okay. Flip floppity fly.
I do like that. I do like that.
Better than. Do you like
Ground
the power
and
and glory
yeah,
move
more than
that
ground
they
and
do?
pound, yes. More than ground and
Huh?
pound. I liked it more than ground and pound, yes.
Okay.
That sounded good.
Real good.
But the FTR deserves to be in that conversation. Sorry that you don't feel that way. I don't mind the Lucha Brothers. I like them too, but
It's just Amy, every time. It's just always they always come up. It's just I just had enough.
that's because they are the best. That is the reason why. That's what happens when people are really, really good and there's a conversation about really, really good wrestlers. That's the reason why they always come up.
Ding, 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 ding.
I mean, I
Rumor
this
has
part
it.
of the brain injury that this has to be explained?
I
And
have
that's
definitely
okay.
I have
I'll do
definitely
it.
got hit in the head. I have definitely got hit in the head.
Yes, I will do it because if it's a head injury, I don't mind explaining it to you over and over, whatever we got to do, because you're my friend, and I was concerned.
Thanks, Amy.
No problem. I'm glad. Now, I might say a little bit more over on my show, Pond Water
I'm
Dave.
listening, you know that.
On your show, let's shout it
Cannot
out.
wait to hear
Just saying.
that.
I'll definitely be
and-
listening. He knows that.
Where can everybody find you, Amy?
I was about to say, where can
well,
we find that show, Amy?
Yes. So I am the first lady of the Arn Anderson fan club, and you can find me over at Talking Wrestling with Pond Water Dave. We tape live weekly. This week it's kind of we're taking a little step back. There's just been so much wrestling news that and another FTR fan, Big Red, Andrew Hermes, will be on with us, Pond Water. And we're just going to kind of go over some stories of the wrestling community in the last few weeks. And of course, Royal Rumble's upon us. I mean, it's my absolute favorite. And we just got a lot of excitement. So we thought we'd just take a day and just kind of go over some of that news. Let me think. I think I'm at Amy RD_24 on Twitter. And I love wrestling and dogs, my friends, checking on my friend Brad with the head injury. You know what's really nice, because you're bald, I think it does look a little, there's a dent. There's a lot, something's
Oh, there's
wrong.
a few dents. There's a few
A
dents.
divot.
There's a divot.
I have a third eye
So
on the side, yeah.
I really think that is being bald, that's going to be very helpful to us to kind of monitor some of these spots. So, um, try not to, I don't know, don't piss Deb off. I don't know who hit you or what happened. Uh, don't walk under ladders, all that good stuff. Just take care of yourself, Brad. And let's, um, I don't know if it needs to be James Bryant, somebody review your rants to make sure that, you're not saying something that's like, oh, I don't know, Brad. Do you really think that? Or is the head injury, the synapses are not just, hitting the mark where they need to? So that's
Well, I am
all.
due for a checkup. I am due for a checkup. There's no doubt about it.
Well, I think you might need to go get that, because like I said, we can't protect you from Twitter. So I'm just saying that's why we kind of want to do this little intervention now. Some of your rants, yeah, okay, man in the clouds, but like, this one it could have really gotten ugly. So we just want to help you, bring that all in, do our best. So thanks, guys. Let me know if
Thank
there's
you.
any other thing I can help with. And y'all have a great rest of the show.
Thanks, Amy. Thanks for coming on.
Thanks,
And make
Amy.
sure everybody
you,
check out the
Amy.
Pond Water Dave show with
Thank
Amy,
you.
Pond Water Dave,
Love you, Amy.
and Justin Davis.
I love you guys. Y'all have a good show.
See you, Amy.
Bye.
See you.
We've already peaked.
So much for
You're
a quick
welcome.
show. How long was
You're
she
welcome,
on there?
Brad.
How long was she on there?
I knew you were gonna go with something like that.
You guys are the best.
Hey,
And who's next?
it's because we
I'm
care, Brad. It's because we care. You know what else I care about? An in-ring performance. Oh, wait a second. So, our brother Adam is occupied right now. So, we want to reach out and say hey. So hey, shout out to Adam. So are we just getting into it, or do you
I
guys
just want to give a
hear-
couple of highlights of the week, if that's okay. I thought the Hook and Samoa Joe match was way better than expected. Good to see Cowboy come out to the rescue there.
Damn right.
I'm not going through the whole show. Okay.
And Swerve.
Swerve out there setting
Hey,
it.
so Swerve with his black eyes. Did that
Yeah, I'm
not
not sure what
trip?
that
I
was.
hated that. I thought it looked
I
dumb as
thought he
fuck.
was high.
Was he tired? Did he not get enough
Well,
sleep? I
hi.
don't know.
Sorry for
I
the
don't
group here that Damian Priest did not cash in the Money in the Bank contract on Monday.
Oh,
even though
that
he
right there was a
was so
bullshit thing.
sure.
But that was a good match, though.
Excellent match, as
That was
always.
a good match.
Don't
Jinder,
hinder. Don't hinder.
Jinder put it in there. I mean, he put on a good match in there. So
Hey, Tony Khan got him over, so shout out to a promoter of a different company getting you over.
Dolph Ziggler making his appearance at Hard to Kill, along with Alexander Hammerstone. MLW
Yeah,
zone.
wait, time out. We got to
I'm
go
not
back a
timing
little
out.
bit.
I'm not timing out. You
No,
don't.
just real quick. All right, because with that Hook match, they had
Oh.
that damn segment with Hook like beforehand, and he's like, "Who in the fuck am I? I'm Hook." Like, I mean, he shouted that shit out, you know, when Jinder Mahal said, "Who in the fuck's Hook?"
Yeah.
So again, Alexander Hammerstone showing up at MLW, or at TNA. I apologize. MLW's Alexander Hammerstone, and then like I said, Dolph Ziggler showing up. Back to Dynamite. Loved Tony Storm is so good. She is so good.
Yeah.
I I can't believe that character works for me now, but it does. And her with Deonna Purrazzo out there. By the way, my wife is freaking furious right now about the way everybody talked about Deonna Purrazzo online. Furious. So she didn't know her. Looked her up. She's like, "What the fuck is everybody talking about?" No, is she perfect? Is she a freaking like a supermodel? No, she is. She's like, this is crazy. She expected something way bad. The way everybody was talking. Like I said, Raw, good match at the end there for Jinder Mahal and Seth Rollins. And if you guys watched any of the NXT, they had a battle royal at the end. Who's gonna be the number one contender? And Roxanne Perez won, and it was a battle royal, and it ended up being a fatal 4-way match with the final 4 in there, which is a cool way to do it. You know, you have the battle royal, and then you have the fatal 4-way. And then
I like that idea a lot.
Kiana James, Roxanne Perez, Kalani Jordan, and Fallon Henley. They were the final 4 in there, which was a great 4. So that's all I'm going to do. I just wanted to just touch on a few things there.
Joe Hendy?
What's that?
Joe Hendy? Is that the dude's name?
Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry.
I said Fallon Henley. Isn't that right? So anyway, they were the final 4 of that battle royal, and Roxanne Perez came out on top. I think she's up for a heel turn here because then she's going to be facing the champion now. That is it. That's this week in wrestling. We can get into it, James. You're on mute, pal.
Well, that is this week in wrestling.
So, I am not an in-ring performer.
So, is it time, I guess, to get into this?
Let's do it.
So, what is today's agenda?
Today's agenda is the 1994 Royal Rumble. Why are we covering Royal Rumble? Because it's Royal Rumble season. That's today's agenda. And 1994 Royal Rumble is the one that won on Twitter. Thank you for everybody that participated. We had a lot of votes, and it was close.
Yeah, we had like, what, 5,000 votes in all?
It was something like that, but there was collusion. And I blame our producer for that.
Yes.
As you should, because I did a lot of colluding with people to make sure this won.
Absolutely, because first Adam was colluding.
With 5,000 people? Congrats.
At least
Good job, Bryant.
Well, it's basically everybody in Nebraska.
Pretty close.
What state? I don't know how
Yes.
I did it, but we did.
1994 Royal Rumble watch along. So get your cock out, as some would say. Either Peacock, that is. Yeah, not that type of show. And go to, where are we at? 136.08. Is that what we're doing this?
Yeah.
Yes,
That is what?
Yeah.
Yeah, that is 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 8 seconds, which is riding a bull is 8 seconds. Shout out to that. Lane Frost, huh? Good stuff. Always good to get a Lane Frost reference in. So should I get into the intro, or should we just hit play now?
You can get in the intro.
Let's do it. It's my favorite part of the show. If I can find my notes. Hold on. All right. And there it is. It is Royal Rumble 1994. Can't wait to talk about this. It was January 22nd, 1994, from the Providence Civic Center in Providence, Rhode Island. Actually, one of our very good friends, friend of the show, Anthony Pyrus, was at this show, and he hails from Providence. And some would say he was my first choice to be on the show, and I got stuck with you assholes. So anyway, it had an attendance of 14,500. it had a buy rate of, I forgot to look it up. And it had a match length of 55 minutes, 8 seconds. And Meltzer gave this 2.5 stars.
How do we
But-
get there?
Yeah, how did we get to the Royal Rumble? That happens every year.
By the way, I just got a notification that they just started recording Pondwater Dave show. Boy, she was really cutting it close.
Yeah, we had a real
we had a
tight
lot
window
of shit talking on you.
Yeah, can't wait to
A
hear
lot
tomorrow.
of shit talking.
I can't wait to hear what she says about you on her show. That's gonna be the gold.
She's gonna take
right
her
there.
show to new heights. Oh.
No, I bet.
Yeah, flying low this week. That's for sure.
Oh, no doubt. Rats with wings.
Some would say the eagle has landed.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
But we have filibustered enough.
Go
Do we have
Bills,
a-
go Detroit. All right.
Do we have a countdown?
All right, let's go, Devin.
Do
All
we got-
right. So, ready? 3, 2, 1, play.
Boom. What do we got here?
Finkel. Shout out to Finkel.
Shout out to Finkel. He's perfect for this position.
The following contest. Oh man. Does anything get better than him announcing stuff?
No. You know, we always hear so much about how he was picked on. What a bunch of assholes.
Right. But he was the one that kept them abreast to all the other wrestling situations going on too.
Yep.
'Cause even Bruce was like, oh yeah, Finkel would keep us, in touch with what's happening here and here and here,
Sounded like they relied on him for everything and respected him for nothing.
Right.
Yeah,
And
but
I know that world. So
but
at this point,
he got his pays.
what's that, Mike?
He got his pays. Like, wasn't there one time where they destroyed his car and Vince bought him a brand new car because they did it?
Yeah, probably. I bet Vince was pissed too.
Vince is the one that destroyed the car.
So we have our first contestant in the Royal Rumble, and it is none other than Scott Steiner. And this isn't the
You're
Scott,
up.
she's a big Papa Pump, is it?
He is a big
No,
papa
this is-
though. That dude's yoked.
Yeah, I don't know
Sweet
about this
hair.
hair. This hair is questionable to say the least.
Shout out Allison. Sweet hair right here.
Yeah, she would love this hair because he did keep it nice. But do you like this hair better, or do you like the big Pump blonde hair better?
Well, he's a face here, so
Oh, here we go.
Yeah.
I mean, let's face it. The NWO, were they faces? Were they not?
We haven't decided.
Hey, shout out to no graphics. It was really hard to tell who the fuck was who because there were no graphics. And obviously, I knew every contestant because I was watching heavily back in this day. But yeah, every person that came out, no graphic.
So this is Samu that's coming out now, one of the head shrinkers.
By the
Yeah.
hair, like you forced out there.
Slugging away. So let me ask you guys a question real quick. There are no stakes in this match, correct? It's just for bragging rights?
No, I
this
think
is,
they-
no,
I
this
think
is
they
for the
started
world
the-
title match.
Yeah, the heavyweight thing. I think it started in 92 and it's been like that since.
Okay. They don't mention it much.
Yeah, they did. They had like 15 people say, "I'm going to win the Royal Rumble so I can go to WrestleMania 10." And go
Yeah,
against
you know what's good.
Yeah,
point. I
Double
didn't watch
J.
that.
Double J was in there on his little promo. Ha ha!
Brad, did you not watch the pay-per-view?
I watched the Rumble and just the no. I watched I watched this. That was it. And I bet you didn't even do this. You told me you were gonna watch anything.
I'm not. You said I was watching on, so I'm watching it now.
So did you guys pick up on how long they're in between contestants coming out? Did you guys pick up on that?
They said 90
Yeah,
seconds, but
I timed it. There was a couple of them that was like 92 and a
Did you
half.
really time it, Meltzer?
he didn't even
I
watch it. What do you mean?
Yes.
Timed it?
From the time we went to the time we went
I just don't understand why they make such a big deal about that. By the way, shout out Casio, huh? Casio is a good friend of the show.
right.
So
I
that's
didn't know he was sponsoring this back in 94.
The Casio timer. They're still see, this is the kind of stuff that gets Conrad going is when he sees advertising from like 20 years ago or 30 years ago. He's like, wow, they're still making money on that. How could I do that? That's Conrad, man. He's thinking that way.
So we got number 3 coming out.
Yep.
Rick Steiner.
Yeah, what a coincidence, huh?
Oh.
The dog-faced gremlin
What do you
himself.
guys? What do you think, Devin? What do you think of their attire?
I absolutely love it. It's all flashy and colorful. It's all the colors of the 90s and the
It
patterns of
is.
the
It really
90s.
is.
It's
Like a
fun.
Hobie
90s
shirt,
as fuck.
splashed
You
with
think,
a.
you think Braun's gonna wear something like that this year?
He
when comes
has.
out?
He has worn that, hasn't he?
He's worn some neon type stuff.
Yeah.
He
I do like
definitely
that.
should as a
I
baby
see
face.
him this year. I'm gonna say number 13.
By the
Jimmy
way, you
Braun.
know that him and Corbin are a tag team now, and
Yeah.
they're actually kind of funny together because he says he wanted to name them. He wanted to name them Wolf Dogs. Braun Breaker and Corbin's like, no, that's not okay. I'm the leader. It's not gonna be Wolf Dogs. And this is like a back and forth on NXT. I was laughing because they're like a comedy act, but they can kill you.
Oh yeah. And they're both heels.
But that I felt like it just changed when they were making jokes. You know?
Oh, yeah.
Do
Do you think
guys?
that's why Corbin's with him to bring that like comedic side out of him before he
He's
gets
doing
brought to the
something.
main
He's
roster?
doing a good job. Corbin's better down there than he is up here or at the main roster. Up here, like I'm there on my show, on my own show. All right,
I'm
so
telling you, if he don't show up at the Rumble, he's showing up at Monday Night Raw or SmackDown after WrestleMania.
so we have Quang coming out now with Harvey Whippleman. Okay,
Who?
Quang is Savio Vega. For those of you at home that don't know who that is, Harvey Whippleman also the Rock gives a lot of credit for mentoring him in the business as he was downtown Bruno at the time and helped him out. He lived with him. It was actually shown on Young Rock, like that he really took care of him when he needed him. I only knew him as Harvey Whippleman, but I've learned a little bit now because of the Young Rock that has been canceled for some reason.
Yeah.
It was a
I
decent.
can't believe that.
You can't watch it.
Dude, my aunts and uncles and stuff like would watch that, and they're not even wrestling fans, and they
It's
loved it.
entertaining, man.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
That is great.
Like there's
I heard that we
freaking
heard a
Night
lot of
Court's going
legends say that not all the stories lined up correctly and everything like that, but
No,
I didn't
probably
mind
not.
it.
Were they supposed to?
It's from the Rock's perspective, right?
I mean, listen, it does it ever line up right? Like, is this the
I
first?
mean,
They the Iron Claw movie was nowhere near that, but it's still a great movie.
yeah. I mean, you got that. Who's that one guy they had out there playing Shawn Michaels?
They named him something, right?
Yeah, name him something stupid.
They named him and didn't say it was him, but apparently that's who it was. That Shawn Michaels didn't treat the Rock.
Yeah.
All right,
It
so
was
now we
like
got Owen Hart.
Frost or something, and
Yeah,
there was an
Jack
elimination.
Frost.
I believe we missed an elimination.
I think we did miss an elimination because we
We
started
did,
talking.
and we have Owen Hart come out now.
Well,
The
actually,
King
At
of
the
Hearts.
beginning of the show, Owen Hart and Bret Hart actually lost to the Rougeau brothers.
isn't
No.
that something?
Yeah,
So
the
I
Rougeau
do you
brothers.
like that, Devin?
Isn't
Do you like that being part of the show in two different spots?
I enjoy it.
I
I
do
think
too.
that during this time the roster wasn't as big as it is like right now currently, so they definitely had to do more spots like that
WWE.
where Brett and Owen, who had a match earlier, and there was a bunch of people who came out and helped Yokozuna against the Undertaker, who we're gonna see a bunch of them throughout this match as well.
So I remember
Which,
a time when Dolph
I don't
Ziggler
know.
came out after he lost the championship to be a part of this to get another shot at the championship. I think that's cool.
Yeah,
And
I agree.
Rick Steiner eliminated, guys.
Look like Owen punched him in the dick.
Do you lose the title and then you come out here, win the Rumble, and you get your title match right there.
Well, Amy, I'm freaking Amy on the mind.
There it is.
Becky, Becky lost something a couple years ago and then won the Rumble. Correct? She
Yeah.
lost
Yeah.
she lost to Asuka, and then won the
Yeah.
Rumble. Freaking Amy! Freaking can't believe you guys did that to me.
That's like on the recent AEW pay-per-view, how Luchasaurus won the Battle Royal to get the contract, immediately gave it to Christian to give him the rematch right
Mhm.
then and there.
So we got Bart Gunn of the
I thought that
Smoking
was
Guns.
EC3.
What?
I thought that was EC3.
Yeah, C3 was in diapers back then. but not diapers, but he was young.
Kind of built like him.
Bart Gunn, the future winner of the Brawl for All.
Yes. Just about the
Yeah.
same. Devin, look at you.
Whoop some ass until he got in the ring with somebody that can whoop some ass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Butterbean.
I think losing in a show and then winning a show later is a great angle. I think one time at WrestleMania, you had Rollins lose to Randy Orton and then cash in for the Money in the Bank to win the championship the same day. I love something.
And that was a sweet RKO too.
It was.
Oh, yeah,
He went for the
was
curb
RKO.
stomp and then he caught him. Damn.
Fucking amazing. The story has is they practiced like a lot of times before then and never got it right. And right there on TV.
Why do I feel like this is absolute bullshit? Are you bullshit?
No. I'm for
Look
real
at
on
your
this
face
one.
right now. Look at your face. You look like you're up to something.
No, I'm for real. That's it. Like they practiced a couple times, didn't work out the way they wanted to, and that one time they did it, it just landed perfect.
By
And
the
that
way,
was a WrestleMania where Undertaker came out and it was still daylight out, so it was kind of weird seeing his entrance
yeah.
in the daytime.
so we have Diesel coming out now, but before he gets to the ring, I wanted to mention that Mike Chioda recently on an episode of the Mailbag with Mike Chioda said that he thinks Butterbean beating Bart Gunn was a work.
Oh,
I thought
again?
that was interesting
Butterbean beat the shit out of him.
because Butterbean would have nothing to gain by coming there and
Oh,
fighting
no.
for real, he said,
No, he
and
didn't.
losing because he was actually a professional boxer.
But what if he did lose?
What if he lost? So what? You fight someone else.
He had everything
I don't
to
understand
lose.
I don't understand what the point was of that. But
The point is, if he lost, is you're losing this guy that fake wrestles.
guess what? You could still have another match and win it. Like it's real. It's not predetermined. I thought it was. I am not with Kyoto on that because I never heard that anyway.
I want to know about this mullet that Diesel has going on.
No, he looks good. 94.
So if you're watching along with us, Diesel, who just came in, starts eliminating people left and right.
Yep.
And this is the original idea where they got the name for the Diesel spot in the Rumble. Person who just comes down and cleans house.
Everybody.
Eliminating Owen pretty early too.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And then he has cleaned house and he is alone in the ring. Now there's, if you are watching at home, you're going to notice he is in that ring by himself for way too long a couple times. Because there is not much to do for a minute and a half. Minute and a half is a long time, but you're just standing there.
And here comes Backlund.
Never got the character. I never got it. I mean, you guys are all too young anyway, and I'm actually a little too young for it. Because when he lost to Diesel for the championship, that was his different run than his original run when he was somebody.
He lost it all then, apparently, because, I mean...
I didn't get it.
He almost threw Diesel over, too.
Right?
I guess he's strong. He was able to do those, whatever those things were that the Iron Sheik had.
Yeah.
Apparently nobody can do that, except for Backlund's eliminated now, except for the Iron Sheik, Bob Backlund, and for some reason AJ Francis. If you watched the Living Treasure show on A&E, he was able to do it too. So that makes me wonder: can more people do it? The answer is yes.
Shout out AJ
dollar.
Francis.
Top dollar,
formerly
yes.
known as Top Dollar, recently appeared on TNA. So
Yeah, that's
on the
right.
pay-per-view.
Did you
He
think that was
attacked the guy we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, Joe Hendry.
Did you
That
think
shit was hilarious.
Did you think it was an odd choice for him to be the Living Treasures host that year? Like no one knew who he was.
Yeah.
But
I think that was kind of the point.
Yeah, he
It
did a
was
good
just
job.
a guy that he was very good with his words and he is very knowledgeable.
I like him. Yeah, I thought it was an odd choice, but I think it worked. And now we have another one of the smoking guns. Boy, he looks a little different, doesn't he?
Right?
That is,
How does he look way better now than he did then?
That is the ass man, Billy Gunn.
That is daddy ass.
Daddy ass, it is. Now his sons are about as old as he was there, and he did not last long. He is out.
And he is already eliminated.
That was it. Oh, All right, so I'm gonna pull an Adam and have a call back to what we were talking about a few minutes ago about someone losing earlier in the show and winning later in the show, because the first ever wrestling showcase held by by this network, the premier streaming network, was Matt Cardona got hurt and needed a sub. Then Kurt Hawkins, Brian Myers, he ended up filling in for him, lost. And then Matt Cardona came back in the main event to win the whole championship.
There it is.
Yep.
Did everybody get what was going on backstage there?
Lex Luger got beat up by a broom.
So I guess he's not going to be in the Rumble, huh?
Did
Bummer.
you guys see Jerry Jarrett?
That's what they're
Jerry
saying.
Jarrett was there breaking up the squabble there. in the
Well,
back.
I'm glad you pointed that out, Brian, because no, I did not.
Hey now, huh? Y'all need to quit fighting, okay?
What number are we at right now?
It doesn't matter.
I
You know,
do know.
that's another thing that you see the tweaks they
yeah.
made along the way here. They don't tell you the number.
Yeah,
They
no
don't-
graphics.
They don't even
nothing.
show you the
Yeah,
name.
that's the thing. There ain't nothing. Yeah, they ain't doing nothing like that.
So who we got here? Virgil?
The future leader of the NWO.
He is the alternate
Um,
for Kamala, by the way. They mentioned that. So there's alternates.
Did they opt out? Did Kamala opt out?
I mean,
I think so.
No, I'm good.
so do they have named alternates, or do you think that day of like, you're in?
Right.
So I asked that to Jim Ross on the latest episode of Grill and JR because I wanted to know, and I'm sure he's pissed about the question.
Hey, cameraman, come on down. You're going
right.
And Virgil is out of the ring. By the way, I'll tell you what, I listened to DiBiase's show, Ted DiBiase, the $1 Million Man. He really cares for Virgil, and that, you know, he says that he just wishes he had a little more athletic ability and they could have been more together, but I guess he didn't have it.
Well,
But he-
apparently,
Well, he didn't wrestle
Jeff
much.
Jarrett, Jeff Jarrett and Road Dogg say Omos is a very big higher up guy, but we see
He's an
what up
attraction
to.
that they want to push, right?
They said he's something special.
Yeah, I think those days are almost over for the Giants, but except I do like Satnam Singh though. I think he's a very impressive guy.
You say they're almost over?
Oh,
And here he is, the Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Yeah.
Man, that was as good as an
All right,
impression
so now
as
we
the
got
guy
somebody.
did for Ric Flair on the Iron Claw movie. Huh?
Isn't it funny how he's too old here? You know,
Right.
they were pushing him out the door because
He was an
too old.
announcer at the time, right? Because he was an announcer on WrestleMania 9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was that's before this.
You think he was
Well,
another
yeah.
alternate? Hey, Randy, we need you
He was
tonight, bud. You're going in.
Randy, you're in.
Another 6 years. Oh, what was his last like 01? Was that his last match 01 or 04?
He did something in TNA.
Yep,
Yeah,
he did
that's what
a
I'm saying. I think
3-on-3 match in TNA.
I think this was the biggest. So
And
I
he
just want
fought Spider-Man. Old
He sure
Buzzsaw
did.
or
We
whatever.
covered that match.
You're
Find
only gonna
that in
get
our
30
archives.
minutes.
So I thought they really built Diesel well in this match because at first when he came out, he did not get the cheers. But
Yeah.
then as he started eliminating everybody little by little, people got behind him. But then when Macho Man comes out, people are behind Macho Man because he's Macho Man. And I mean,
yeah. Oh yeah.
and I know that I do believe I think he liked Macho Man, Diesel, because I also listened to Click This, another show I listen. Boy, I'm just naming them all, huh?
Right?
Anybody naming us?
Hey, they need the no, they're just stealing our shit. They don't name us. They just steal our stuff. We're giving everybody the rub, and they don't even give us a rub.
And here
back.
he comes, Double J, the Double J. Wow, my goodness, Double J.
I do like the red and white
double
though.
R E double T.
I like that red and white.
I don't know what I wrote here. Damn it. I wrote something that was really clever and I can't read it.
I doubt that.
Waka waka waka.
I said,
So as you were watching this Royal Rumble on the Peacock, I want to throw out a shout out because Peacock's sponsoring us right now to watch Ted, the most foul-mouthed teddy bear there is, to watch their series. It's a 7
It's
series
absolutely true.
episode.
If you want to listen to the Kickout Crew, you got to go through a couple commercials.
Exactly.
You're absolutely right.
Watch the series Ted, and believe me, you will have a blast watching that.
So Double J definitely making the most of his minutes here. Now I know what I was saying, and I don't think it's funny anymore. Boy, is it time for Christmas? He sure looks like a candy cane. Ba-boom. Not
Oh.
good. Not good. It sure seemed funny in my mind.
That Valentine's coming up. He's just trying to get in the season.
I bet you won't tell him that in person.
Oh, I'll tell him. You know I'll tell him. I told you to get my
You know
action
I
figure
told
for a
you.
year and a half. I can tell him whatever I want.
For real.
I did get it,
And the
though.
Macho
I did
Man
get it.
just threw his ass over the ropes.
Yeah, and you know what, though? I thought he made the most of his minutes. He was still a young buck here. Now who do we got? Oh, we got Crush. Hi, Crush.
Gosh, so much potential. Just couldn't meet it.
Part of the what was that? So we watched the Survivor Series match with Crush where he was part of the Foreign Fanatics, and he's from Hawaii. Apparently,
Yeah, Cobra
Hawaii, even though
Crush.
it's not on the mainland, makes it foreign.
Right. Non-domestic United States.
So Savage looking absolutely great here, though. Oh, I love it. Off the top. Hope we're all on together here. On this.
He was in his prime at this time.
He's too old, remember? Vince McMahon wanted him gone. Too
He
old.
definitely isn't performing at all, right?
You know what?
But Brad, how old is AJ Styles right now?
Yeah, he's 47, 48, right?
Jeez.
Yeah.
Man,
It's
he
a different
could have
time,
done it.
though. It is definitely a different time. Because Arn Anderson retired at 38,
Oh, yeah, most
and he
definitely.
looked old. Oh, gosh. I'm going to get in trouble for that one now, Amy? No, the one thing Arn always says is he's looked the same age for about 30 years.
Macho Man did have a little bald spot right there, but
He was always bald, but he wore the hat and had the bald
Yeah.
spot. And he didn't, his eyes weren't right either. Like, he always wore the glasses.
Hogan was
And,
always bald when he was
yeah.
like 28. So-
But always had a
Exactly.
bandana. Yeah.
And here's Casio coming out.
So now we got Doink and Dink.
Ooh,
And to a
oh, yeah.
huge ovation, by the way. Because and I think it's more for Dink.
Why?
Have you listened to Bruce on that Tatanka episode where he's like, if I had it my way, I'd have Doink right now, undefeated. 30 years running.
Another dark side of the ring that was very interesting was Doink, Matt Bourne. You guys watched our last
Jason
week's
Bourne?
episode of Bam Bam Bigelow. He will be coming out sometime in this match.
Oh.
Bam, bam.
Now you like how I put the guys are on fire? You get a little Bam Bam tattoo pun.
Well done, James.
Yeah.
All right, well,
So
Macho Man got eliminated, and
then we got Doink just playing games, right?
yeah,
a clown.
poking eyes, and
He doesn't really seem
spraying
like
water
he's.
with his
Oh, there's a
flower.
shot. He was just playing with their eyes for a while. I mean, you're not picking up Diesel, right?
No, you can try. Well, imagine being stuck between Diesel and Crush. Two
They
people towering over 6'6",
look like
280 pounds.
They look like a tag team.
They could have been.
I mean, they're kind of dressed like the black and the
Yeah,
white.
true.
And here we go. Speaking of Bam Bam with Luna Vachon.
Oh, yeah.
Clean shaven Bam Bam. Let's get some facial hair, huh? Now, this is
Really?
1994 Bam Bam, so it's like a young Bam Bam compared to what we watched in ECW.
Yeah, so this is like way before like New Japan and everything else, right?
Not way before, no. I think Japan was between, Brian, you can correct me if you want, but I believe that was before his first WWE run and his second WWE run, correct?
That is correct. Yes.
I did do a little research on Bam Bam. So now we have Doink thrown out of the ring.
Diesel just instructing Bam Bam, toss him right over. Oh, it's
And then what?
The guys turn on him immediately.
All right. So I got a quick question for y'all. You know, of course, we're doing the Rumble because we got Rumble coming up. Who's y'all's surprise entrance this year?
We'll
Could be
get
a
to that
one-off.
in a later segment on my answer.
There you have it.
Oh,
Um,
fuck off.
So they were working as a team, Diesel and Crush, and then of course, because they couldn't get Bam Bam out, Diesel decided to punch Crush. So much shout out teamwork.
Motherfucker, you ain't helping at all.
Like, all right, we can't beat him. We're gonna beat each other.
And we see what happens there.
So now we got Mabel. He is not Viscera yet. He is Mabel.
How about doing getting carried past the
Right.
Now
Going
we
right in
got,
front of the camera, getting carried out.
Who's with
so
him?
now we got 4 big dudes in the ring right now.
Do you guys know who's
was
with
that?
him?
Was that Mo?
Yeah, it is Mo. That's right. They were men on a mission.
Whoop, there it is.
Whoop, there it is. Yeah, very
So
good.
The crowd's just yelling it.
These are hell of an outfit. These are great outfits. I mean, they look like they should be hanging out with Double J almost.
I mean, this is kind of weird watching them go at, Diesel and Mabel going at it, knowing that if it wasn't for Hogan, Mabel was going to be the third man of the NWO.
You son of a bitch. That is inside baseball for you wrestling fans who don't know
Right.
who even the third man is. Let alone Mabel.
That hits a very specific demographic with that
Yeah,
joke.
4 of us.
To the 8 people that got that joke, that was pretty funny.
It was.
And
Mabel's
he's the
just
one that
destroying
jumped on
everyone.
Diesel's back and broke his
It's
back.
only 2 years from now. I mean, I'm just saying.
You're right. It is only 2 years from now. Yet he was in the WWF.
And he was a man on a mission.
That's right. And already, here comes Casio again.
And now we have it. We have Brian Haremza's favorite wrestler, Mr. Shawn Michaels, ladies and gentlemen.
I got an idea.
Give me the belt and I'll beat everybody.
This is actually the debut of Sparky Plug.
The debut.
Yeah.
And he's off to
This
an
is his
electric
first ever
start.
match in the WWF.
And another alternate, by the way.
He's doing a fantastic job.
Another alternate?
Yeah. Alternate
Did he
replacing
get
the
his
1-2-3 kid.
Did he get his coach the same place that Steiner's did? That's the question.
Say it again.
If he got his thing from the same place as Steiner's did.
Yeah, probably.
Look at him.
Oh,
It's
it's
the
90s
90s, man.
too.
I wish I had more time growing up then.
Okay.
Okay, so now here we go. We got 3 big men and
4 big men.
Holly's not a big man.
I said 4.
Can we all agree that we're most impressed with the fact the rope didn't snap there?
Yes.
So let's just pretend I did my introduction of Shawn Michaels now.
Casio up there.
Because that's what I meant to do. I got ahead of myself. Here he comes. Brian, that's for you. From a minute and a half ago.
The worst wrestler in the entire company is coming to the ring right now.
Hey, on his little pre-match promo thing, he had the Intercontinental Championship and threw it, and he's like, I got my eyes on another prize.
So I had forgotten here that these two were at odds. You know, because I didn't watch the pay-per-view. Because you think of him as heavy.
They actually
bodyguard.
were not. They were
Well, why
not
is he
at odds
pissed
at
at
all.
him? Why is he pissed at him?
Because it's every man for himself.
So
as
why
you
wouldn't they
can
be
see,
teaming up for now, though?
They shake
He's
hands
teaming up
to
with
show that
Crush.
they're cool, and then they attack.
I don't like that answer, Brian. I just want to let you know I'm not, because he's
Because
teaming
if you
with
notice,
Crush.
if Diesel's getting eliminated, Sean does nothing like he always does, and just lets it happen. So
Sean did not help,
That's true.
He did not help.
even though they shook hands.
But it made it look like they were at odds. I mean, because you had the Steiners working together, you had him and Crush working together. So why wouldn't the team work together? If
And
they were
on commentary, they said,
It's been 30
Shawn Michaels
years, man. I
shoved
just
Diesel out.
realized how much of a bastard he is.
Yeah, but that was bullshit, James. That was
Yeah.
absolute bullshit. He just did. He was like, It's like they try to add.
He
it
wasn't even around, and they're like, Shawn Michaels pushed him, and Shawn Michaels at the other end of the ring.
Yeah, I didn't agree. They were covering. We know that.
Shawn Michaels should have helped him out a little bit.
He didn't help him, but he didn't push him out either. That's all I'm getting at.
Yeah.
No, he just fucking let him get. Here comes Casio again.
I'm glad I brought it up. So now, who do we got? Oh, Mo. He actually went back to come back out.
Yeah.
Is Mo an alternate?
No, Mo was supposed to be there.
By the way,
like
the
how all
person
these
you were,
other
by
people
the way,
are
the person you
alternates.
were looking for is
But we're like,
Oscar.
we gotta have
Oscar
Mo.
was
Like
the
he's
guy
one of the
who came
original
out.
30.
What'd you say, Oscar?
Oscar's the guy who came out with Mabel originally. He was the guy who would wrap them to the ring.
Well, there it is. Where were you 15 minutes ago?
Laughing.
To make corrections, make timely corrections after we don't talk about.
Hey,
My segment would have never happened there. Would have never brought it up.
Adam is not here, so we have to do the delayed thing to make up for Adam not being here.
So I do want to know though, for real, on a real note, who's gonna be a special entry this year? Brad?
We're waiting for later, aren't we, Mud?
No, y'all can say y'all's. I'm saving mine.
No, we can say ours. Fuck James. Yeah.
I think it's I think Braun Breaker.
Well, since Mike didn't do his last week as part of the WrestleMania build, which he was supposed to, everybody else named theirs during the WrestleMania build. So, Mike.
That's right. James is doing his WrestleMania build.
Oh,
What did
yeah.
I say?
I don't know if anybody.
Speaking of WrestleMania builds, Mike. My goodness.
Yeah, but I think
Still waiting for that Inferno match.
It's gonna be Corey Graves. I think Corey Graves is gonna show up and surprise everybody.
I like it.
They've been known to do a couple of now. Here we go. Greg the Hammer Valentine.
Well, we don't give a fuck about him. I'm asking about
Sold his boots on the Treasure Show for $1,000. Everything else is like $1 million, not his boots.
Well, I mean,
Wow.
yeah.
Devin, did you get to listen to Mike's WrestleMania card?
Not yet. I had to get
Whoa,
that, so.
buckle up.
We could really
Oh,
use the
you gotta
download, Devin. So if you can get on that.
I'm halfway through, and then my boss called me in for a meeting, and I just didn't get back to it.
Oh, what the fuck?
Buckle up. Mike's WrestleMania card is a doozy.
There's great teammate right there. Don't even listen to our own fucking podcast.
I have a week before this podcast comes out where I'll have listened
Or you
to
can listen to them both
the
the
rest
same
of the
day.
last one. No, I ain't waiting.
Okay,
You're
good.
supposed to listen to it
But
daily.
you are
so
waiting.
know what the fuck we're talking about. I think it's important. I bet you he listened to Tony Schiavone today, didn't he? Sammy Guevara had his podcast come out. I bet you listened to that.
What are we doing?
I'm like 4 months behind on Tony, to be honest.
I'm way behind on everything. I'm 3 weeks behind.
I'm just talking shit on Devin.
I'm just always behind.
I'm caught up on the Kickout Crew.
Yeah, me too. I'm caught out on Paul or Dave's show. That's it. Oh, roughing it up. Here we go.
Roughing it up. I'm caught up on roughing it
So
up.
this
as well.
part right here where Crush
That's you
picks up
again.
Shawn Michaels. Now, can he not throw him out of the ring? He slams him on the mat. He got him 10 feet in the air. He didn't throw him out of the ring. No, that's not in the script, guys. That is not in the script. That pissed me off. That is not okay. They should have cut the camera. So now what do we got? We got Tatanka, who also wrestled, you said earlier, right, Devin?
I didn't say that. Oh, he might have. I can't remember.
He
But
he did.
Tatanka.
He did. He wrestled Bam Bam to start
Yeah, he
the
wrestled
show.
Bam Bam and beat Bam Bam. So there you have it, Devin. Thanks for not just going with
You're
it.
welcome. I'm not a
So
Tatanka fan.
anyways, back to my question.
That's why I
My
asked.
men's is gonna be Corey Graves. Women is gonna be Jade. I think she's gonna make it.
Yeah, I said Jade. I said Jade. I said Jade's winning it.
I don't know
Oh,
who win
Who
it.
else could win it? Who else is going to win it?
Becky.
Natalia.
Becky's won it.
So
She can
did
win it
Stone
again.
Cold
It's
the
going to be
second
Jade.
and third time.
All right, do we want to make a friendly wager?
No.
All right. Very, very surprised.
Charlotte's
Nikki
going to come back.
In 9 months.
Nikki Bella's gonna come out.
All right, she ain't going to win. Oh, you meant just.
Say she can win.
Okay.
Is Corey Graves gonna win? No.
I think
I
Trinity Fatu is returning as Naomi.
Feel the glow.
Why would you feel that way? Is she up in contract?
Well,
She
she's
just
no longer
lost,
the
didn't she? Didn't
TNA
she just
Women's
lose?
Champion.
I
Yeah,
understand
her,
that.
her,
Losing doesn't mean you quit, does it?
her contract did expire at TNA.
Okay.
She is a free agent.
And
All right,
she
so now
just
we got
lost, right?
The Great Kabuki.
How does he look like both Hardy brothers at the same time? When
Naomi,
I was watching this, I was like, man, I got to bring this up on the show. He looks like
Naomi
Matt and Jeff
and
at the
Sasha
same
Banks are
time.
both free agents technically right now, right? As we speak,
Who was that, Mike?
Naomi and Sasha Banks are both free agents.
Yep.
Who's the second person? I'm sorry.
Sasha Banks.
Yeah, I mean, how many times are we
The
gonna wait for her
boss.
to show up somewhere? Every week is like, oh, here comes Sasha. She even
It's
put on her own
boss
show.
time.
Never been more nervous than today. And it was like the day of Dynamite. I'm like, okay, is that a signal sign?
She
Or
could have had a
Shadow.
movie edition.
All right, so Mabel's out.
That's
Oh,
a lot
damn.
of weight being thrown over there.
Only took 11 of them.
Yeah.
Can we talk about
They
Mo
did that spot-
nothing?
What's that, Bryant?
Mo did nothing. He just laid on the mat. Didn't help him at all.
Well, hell
He did
yeah,
not
he
help
has
his
some
partner.
energy. I would do the same thing. You know, what was it? Like 98, 99 or something like that when Road Dogg, he just held on to the bottom rope and sat there for like 30 minutes. That would be me. I would do the same damn thing.
Good strategy.
Or just
Like he's
Get in
healed.
the
He's
ring.
healed. Lex Luger.
here he is.
He's back.
Running out there.
Man, he looks
he's
fantastic.
Rode up already. Look at him.
Blowed up already.
You guys are mean to him. I mean, you, Mike, when I say you guys.
He's one of my favorites, but
He
look
is
at him.
now because you've talked to him. You didn't like him freaking 6 months ago.
I did like him 6
No,
months
you
ago.
didn't. You and Adam both were freaking torturing him. Kabuki's out.
I did to him.
I like Lex. I think he is gets a bad rap. And I do think he's going to be in this year's Hall of Fame.
I thought you were about to say Royal Rumble.
Me too. I was like, yeah, poor taste.
Hey,
I have my line, guys. I have a line. I don't cross the line. I may say some bullshit about Dak and
you.
about the PR. Goldberg could show up. His son is now a member of the Colorado Buffaloes college football team.
Well, we know where that one's going.
He's going to be playing for Deion Sanders.
Right?
Well, good for him.
Hey, and our truth son just scored like his 1,000th point or whatever.
Oh
in
yeah.
basketball.
And the page tagged our truth of the Judgment Day. I loved it.
That dude's the fucking best.
Our truth, yeah. He's becoming more and more part of the show every week, isn't he?
Dude. If our truth was part of every segment on Raw, I would watch every segment of Raw.
What is it, Saturday Night Live?
I'm saying.
All right, so who is this guy? Is it Tenru? Kenru?
Tenru, yes.
Henru.
Tenru.
Kenru. Yeah,
Henru. Okay, I said it right then first time.
he is the Japanese version of Andre the Giant.
What?
Okay, I don't agree with that.
He's
a big guy.
He's
a
not
big
even
guy.
bigger than Luger.
Yeah, Andre the Giant. Do you remember Andre?
I'm just saying.
Are you thinking Andrew the medium tall, the medium height guy?
He's the medium version, Japanese version of Andre the Giant.
Andrew the
That's it.
medium.
No, I'm trying to give us some credit.
Oh, damn it.
Who is he?
The black shorts? Like what?
All right, what the fuck else did he do? He's the black shorts. He's the Japanese version of Stone Cold.
I'm not going with that either. Nope.
Yes.
All right, so
I'm
who's
trying
been
here.
there a
Come
long
on.
time? It's Bam Bam's been in there a long time, and Crush. Is that the longest?
Crush has been a really long time.
And Bam Bam was is after him, I think, but I think those are the longest two.
You are correct, yes.
Look at that. Once in a while, huh, Bryant?
Hey,
So
Brad,
I want to be the one who points out the family on the hard cam side that's all wearing the same Razor Ramon t-shirt. Has anybody else noticed that yet?
No.
All
All right, so No one's
Right
coming
there.
out. And this is another blunder to me. So no one comes out. So they say it must be Bret Hart. It must be Bret Hart because he was hurt earlier. Guess what? That was wrong. And they say it was Bastion Booger. And they say it later after Bret Hart comes. I feel like they didn't know.
Hell, Lex was hurt and he came fucking sprinting like he was Ultimate Warrior.
But so Bastion Booger, I still don't know what happened to him that he didn't come out because they don't have an alternate for him.
So he was one of the original 30, but these other guys were alternates. But Bastion Booger, better
So
pencil
something
that one in.
happened with Bastion Booger backstage that prevented him from going out, that they didn't have an alternate in place at the time.
So are we saying this Rumble right here only had 29 people in it?
That is correct. And did you know this, Bryant?
Yes, I did. Actually, it was going to be a fact I was going to throw out after the Rumble. So
Did they ever explain it with Bastion Booger?
They made up some joke about how he got too full in catering and couldn't make it to the ring.
Yeah. This is absolute bullshit. Something happened, and I'm sure Jim Ross is pissed about it, right?
So should Bastion Booger have gotten a main event
Yeah,
title
he
shot at
was never
WrestleMania?
thrown out.
Bastion Booger is the 90s version of what Curtis Axel was when Curtis Axel said he was never eliminated. Bastion Booger is that.
You know what's funny is a spoiler. This has, we'll say multiple winners, but Bastion Booger still should have won it. So there should have been 3 winners to this Rumble.
Yeah, I mean, that makes no fucking sense. Like,
And
why?
Zach
why
Gowen. I saw a meme that's like Zach Gowen should have entered the Rumble because it says both feet must touch the ground, so he would automatically win.
Oh my gosh.
Is there a storyline behind this whole thing?
With Bastion Booger?
Yeah.
That's what Brian just said, that they made up something, but something happened. Something happened because they did not replace him. So we have Rick the Model Martel in there now. Looks really good.
Picking his nose and started bleeding or something. I mean,
There it is. I'm pretty sure Hornswoggle was under the ring.
oh, that would be awesome.
How old is he?
It's actually Dink. Dink is under the ring.
Oh, right, Dink.
Yeah, Hornswoggle's out then, so he has to be Dink.
Hornswoggle, yeah.
He's just a baby leprechaun at this point.
Ooh, he was on a show recently. He was pretty funny on a podcast.
He posted a video on X, snow blowing his yard, and the snow was half of him. It was pretty
so
funny.
when he
But
turns on the snowblower, does it like push him back?
probably mine pushes me
It
back.
take a lot to corral him.
For those of you at home that don't know who Hornswoggle is, he was a micro wrestler.
Very PG, Brad.
I try, buddy. I try, and then I go the wrong way sometimes, right? So who's coming out now? Oh wait, so Bret Hart's here,
There he is.
and he's limping. He's never going to be able to compete in this because the guy that's
Why is
hurt
he limping?
never
Why would he
ever
be
they get eliminated
limping?
immediately, right?
Yeah. He's the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will
I'll tell you
be.
what. Once he gets in there, he starts moving around a little better.
Right? Isn't it funny how that just miraculously happened?
He's limping to the ring, can't walk the ring, but all of a sudden he's some pretty impressive
Well,
moves
do you know why he's limping?
because of the match.
Yeah, earlier in the show, he had his leg kicked out of his leg.
Yep.
Oh, that's right.
Did Goldberg do it?
So we had
Oh, no,
we had a
that-
leg kick out of a leg.
That's what killed his whole career. Never mind. I'm sorry.
We had a dude go to the heavens, the match right before this.
Gosh, Crush is
Yeah.
still in there, and he's working on the leg.
They should call it the crush spot.
Yeah.
And Sparky Plug is still in there, but I didn't even give him an introduction. I just went right to Shawn Michaels. He's still in there, and he's an alternate. An alternate can do it.
Turn from Sparky Plug to Hardcore High.
Well, you know what they say: never go less than. If you're going to replace someone, you go either greater than or different than. Oh, shut up, Brad.
Or you turn face. Isn't it funny how you can just turn face? Like you can count 3, 2, 1, eliminate Brock Lesnar, and then immediately go babyface,
fucking
and then
10
carry
times
the company through
This is
COVID.
special
Shout out
again.
Drew McIntyre.
This is not a fucking 90 seconds or a minute or whatever the fuck.
Oh
it
my
has.
gosh, Meltzer, let it go.
You got 30 seconds.
So we have Fatu on his way to the ring, and he is number 28, and that is the first time you hear that number for a long time. You didn't know what number it was. I'm telling you, I listened.
You listen to all the numbers. So
Wait,
do you
what?
think they?
What were you saying?
They
do you
weren't
think
naming numbers.
um,
They weren't saying what number they were. They always
Naming
say that now.
numbers.
Do you think they fabricated the numbers?
No,
Is that what you're saying?
no.
He could have been number
I
25.
just don't think it was as organized back then as it is now.
But if he's number 25, but they said he was 28, would you know the difference?
Not at this
But how
point.
many
I
beers
wouldn't.
I had, Mike? It just depends on how many beers I had.
I'm just saying. I mean, are you
2 o'clock
counting
on a
everybody?
Friday when I watch
Boy,
it, I'm gonna
we
know.
are hitting on all cylinders here.
I'm just saying. Are you counting everybody that's coming out?
Yes.
All right.
I'm a nerd. That's what I do. I'm a
What number did
wrestling
Luger
nerd.
come out? What number did Luger come out?
21.
Are you sure?
Nope. But I spoke with confidence.
That's 90% of life right there. What Brad just said is life.
By passing the lie
He didn't
detector?
know for sure,
Maybe.
but he said it with confidence. And that's literally, that'll get you through 80% of life right there.
All right, so Crush is out of the ring, and it took a lot to get Crush
Dang.
out of the ring.
And here comes somebody else already. So here comes number 29.
And then we
They
have Marty
spelled the Crush
Jannetty.
spot.
You want to talk about a dark side of the ring you can't miss. This is the one.
Oh, what the fuck?
You
That
want
is
to talk about work or shoot? That dude.
And there you go. They're going at it.
Marty Jannetty, work or shoot.
I can't imagine what those dark guys, the ring guys, were thinking when they were answering it, when he was answering those questions.
You remember when Conrad would have Tony read some of his like Facebook posts?
Yes. Just came up again.
Did he not say something about sleeping with his daughter or something?
He said a lot of questionable things.
I mean, yeah.
Shawn Michaels just ate a super kick from him.
Oh.
Let's see where that put him. Over the top rope, but he didn't get him, man.
Shout out to Brad, that one episode where he was like, they were called the Rockers, and then he's tuning up the band, Sweet Chin Music. I was like, man, I never realized that until you said it.
That's funny how that works, isn't it?
Well, is it?
So many. I didn't realize Goldust was named after Dusty for the first few years I was watching. I'm like, oh, well, okay, well that makes sense. So I didn't grow up a WCW Dusty guy, so I don't know.
The American Dream.
I just didn't put it together. I was such an idiot.
Oh, here we go. Mike, what's the stopwatch say on this one?
Yeah.
2, 1, 0.
So this is number
Okay.
30, right?
Coming out.
I think so.
Yep, number 30.
Adam Bomb.
Adam Bomb.
Who the fuck is this?
And this is when they mentioned
Ooh.
about Bastion Booger being too sick to come out.
Who the fuck is that?
So you would know that before.
They didn't mention
Having-
Bastion Booger's name until now. That's what I'm getting
Is
at.
that Bastion
Yeah,
Booger?
and then they say he's too sick. You would know that before like making an entrance and everything for him.
Yeah, it's interesting. It's
All these alternates, and maybe they needed one more.
and they couldn't find one back there to handle it.
Bruce, goddammit, paint your face red, get out there.
They could have had someone run to the ring afterwards and it was supposed to be him. They didn't do it.
I am so fucking. Who is this guy?
Adam Bomb?
Brian Clark.
Okay.
Thank you.
He
So
became
he's
part
just-
of the what was it, the Chronics? With Crush. Later
But
in
is it number
WCW and
30?
then
Let's
back
check
in
the-
WWE. Or F, whatever.
Effie.
Effie. Shout
Yeah.
out.
Shout out.
So this is
Yeah,
definitely
fine.
where it drags a little bit, the Rumble, and I think that happens every year this time because everybody's out. There's no more anticipation of who's coming in, and it's just a
Yep.
matter of one after another having to come out now. And you have a lot of cleaning house to do at this point. There's a lot of people in that ring.
There is. So while we're doing this, I'm gonna do a special edition of Mike's Meat Minute.
Can't
But
wait.
you know what?
God forbid you don't get your shit in.
Is there
It's
any
like
kind of
if
meat?
we don't follow the outline exactly every week, it's like someone's pissed me. What do you mean we ain't doing this? What the fuck matters?
Okay.
Isn't it funny how
You know
like
what?
everybody will be like, "Oh, I didn't see it on the outline. Oh, I didn't do this." But then if you deviate from the outline, it's like, "Whoa,
Yeah, yeah.
what?"
I mean, nobody misses that. Nobody misses when it's on.
I'm just trying to give it some spare time, but fuck y'all.
Hey, go ahead.
No, I mean,
Pasta salad. Boil your noodles, toss them in oil.
ain't got nothing to do with no
pasta
salad. I mean, I actually got meat in my Mike's Meat Minute. There's bacon involved.
In the name.
There's bacon. You guys like bacon?
I don't like bacon.
I
at all.
love bacon.
You like?
Of course, love bacon.
You guys like pickles?
I love all cuts of
I
pig.
like pickles.
You like pickles?
Regular pickles, not bread and butter. Those are trash.
Yeah, no.
I love all pickles.
I got a special idea for all y'all. Okay, so here's what you want to do. You want to get a jar of pickles. You want to get 2
Don't break 'em.
packets of ranch dressing. Like the ranch packing seasoning,
Sweet cough button.
right? So get
We
2
should, Mike.
packets of ranch dressing seasoning. Put them in the pickles. Let it sit for 48 hours.
Good God.
I'm just saying this is a
Mike's
long
Meat Marathon,
progress.
I guess is what we're doing on
Yes.
this.
Yes, this is a long progress.
2 days.
After 48 hours,
How
those pickles sit in the ranch
long?
season.
48 hours, 2 days.
2
Soak the
days.
shit 2 days.
2 days. Let it sit for 2 days. You take a pickle out and you wrap it with bacon. And then
2
you
days.
fry it. 2 days.
At 250 for 2 days.
Shout
2
out.
days gonna be the day that we're gonna throw it back to you.
48 hours.
Keep going, Devin.
48
Oh, yeah.
hours. That's like 2 Royal Rumbles. Okay. So you wrap it with bacon. You throw it in the air fryer. Fry that shit up, and you got a fried bacon wrapped pickle.
So if I start today, I can have it by football game Saturday night.
It'll be your fucking Valentine's meal for you and Deb.
Just want to
I'm just
mention,
saying,
Start today.
Bam Bam Bigelow is still in
all I'm
there.
saying- all right, Brad, shut the fuck up.
Oh my God! God forbid we talk about what we want to talk about. We got to talk about your freaking 48-hour pickle.
Yes. All right. Next time, listen. Go to the store. Spend $2 on a fucking jar of pickles.
Buy
Spend
two jars because you know you're gonna
Yeah, I'm gonna
drop.
break one.
Yes. Yeah, because we know you're gonna break one. And spend 50 cents on a packet of ranch dressing stuff.
Greg the Hammer Valentine out.
Put it in there and let it sit for 2 days. Are you gonna eat a whole fucking jar of pickles in 2 days? No. Let
My
it sit
wife
for
will.
2 days. Put it in the back of the refrigerator behind everything.
Fried pickles are
Behind
bomb.
everything. Forget it's there. Forget about it. Back in the fridge.
Exactly.
3 weeks later, pull out that jar of pickles and go, oh shit. Throw
Listen,
it out.
Is that ranch seasoning or mold? I can't tell.
you don't even have to wrap it up in bacon and fry it.
Adam
Just
Bomb
put it
out.
in the pickle. I'm telling you.
It's starting to heat up now, Mike. I'm glad. Did you get your shit in
Yeah,
or what?
the 250.
Sounds pretty good, Mike.
I didn't say nothing about 250. I said
That
Yeah,
referee
but
is
he said it was
really
heating up.
angry. By the way,
if you
Adam,
get
who's the
fried
referee?
damn pickle,
Which one?
Oh, by the way, Mike.
but if
Who's
you
the
wrap that shit in
actors?
bacon, then you get all that juice in there. Oh fuck! I'm telling you right now, you'd have an orgasm just eating a
Who
fucking
just
pickle.
who just got eliminated?
I don't know. I can't fucking Mike. Shut the
Tatanka?
fuck up.
Yes.
I'm glad you asked, Brad. It is Vince McMahon and Ted DiBiase, who is also on Premier Streaming Network.
Yes, Ted DiBiase. Everybody's got a
Theodore
pod.
DiBiase and Vincento Kennedy McMahon.
Yeah, he's doing.
You know what I realized by listening to that show? I think he is a super nice guy.
Mm.
You think they should have went with Theodore DiBiase instead of Ted?
Wouldn't be bad. And Marcus D'Angelo, good friend of the show, does a great job on that show.
Do you think he
True.
was named after the famous lawyer DiBiase?
Hey,
Or is
Can
it
we
his
rewind
real
his
biological
last
last name?
So, and it's his real name.
It's his real last name? I did not know that.
Well,
Can-
now I
can
know.
can we go
I
back?
know
a
Theodore
few segments?
DiBiase.
Can we go back a few segments for the in-ring performer? And
To the beginning of the show.
and talk
Yes.
about
That is his real name, if you guys wanted to
no,
know.
listen, I'm for real. Christian Cage and Dustin Rhodes for the TNT title. Did y'all see that match?
Yes.
That was a really good match.
I mean, it was a
I
great
enjoyed
match,
it.
right? James?
Oh yeah, I dug it. Shout out Dustin Hookem,
Fucking Brad didn't bring
Texas
it up.
own.
No, I didn't bring it
never
up.
even fucking said it.
But I would like to bring up this that Shawn Michaels in the ring is selling his ass off right now.
We're not talking
Shawn
about Shawn
Michaels, the
We're not
goat.
talking about the match recovering, Mike.
We'll talk about it as we go.
How about when
Well,
people get eliminated, we let people know? You know?
Oh yeah. Oh,
We're not talking about the match we're doing a watch along with.
that other
Shawn
guy
Michaels
got-
and
There we go.
Fatu just
Hey.
collided head to head.
Lex Luger's getting chopped the fuck up by that Andre the Giant looking dude.
Is that him?
It's not Andre the Giant.
He's still in the Japanese Andre the Giant.
Yes, I said I said the Japanese.
And I just
Andre
want to go on record that Bam Bam got eliminated. And I was listening to something about a fucking pickle and missed it. So we're down to 4 men.
Japanese Andre's eliminated.
Brad, if you try it with a jalapeno, oh, I'm telling you, put some ranch seasoning and jalapenos. I just figured you didn't like hot stuff.
So we're down to Bret Hart, Shawn Michaels, Fatu, and Lex Luger. That's a big spot for Fatu, isn't it?
But
100%.
I mean, the other guys are top guy. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say Shawn Michaels is a top guy yet, but
he's never been a top guy. Never.
But he was on his way.
The Final Four is usually somebody they showcase, and they got Fatu like as one of the Final Four.
And there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I guess maybe it's like we're looking back at it now that maybe it's surprising. The other 3 are definitely not.
Fatu?
I think they had high hopes for Fatu.
Well, he was successful.
I think
they
he
kept
could have been
giving him opportunity after opportunity with the Sultan and then eventually Rikishi.
And the Rikishi, he was over the Moses Rikishi with Too Cool. That's his claim.
Shoving his ass in everybody's face.
That's his legacy. That is his legacy.
It really is.
Stink facing.
Who would have
now
thought?
The goat's putting the boots to Bret Hart in the corner.
By the way, funny doesn't draw money, my ass.
The goat.
So now we're the double team, right?
Shout out to Bret, usually wearing like a plain black top, but this one's got like the jizz stains all over it.
Did I hear that right?
I think you did.
Okay, jizz. I heard jizz, right? Yeah. 1994, huh? Devin
Who would have thought that they were like barely doing fucking high school gymnasiums at this time?
Yeah, this was 3 years before I was born.
Want to hear something funny, Devin? It's the year I graduated high school.
Oh, 94?
Yep.
Cool.
So
I graduated in 04.
Down to Bret Hart and Lex Luger, which is, I would think, what was expected.
94 is the year my mom met Marty Jannetty.
Marty McFly?
No. Jannetty.
I really thought you were going to say Marty McFly.
It sounded like it. Yeah. So did Mike leave? Is he pissed off? All right, so here it was, the big spot, right?
I'm definitely pissed off. No, I think
they never get one good angle, by the way, of who landed first, and for a very good reason.
They did have one good angle.
If they give a good angle, you're going to see someone lands first in this situation, apparently, because they never give it. There he is.
Like The Rock touching 2 feet.
So this is what makes me laugh about Hebner here. As much as he is on Bret's side during this whole thing, he screws him later, doesn't he?
Hey-o.
Right.
How
do you feel about that, Bryant?
Money.
It makes me laugh. It makes me laugh really hard right now. Especially since Bret was always a fan of Joey Morella as a referee. I feel like it should have been flip-flopped.
I agree.
Well, that would have been a good thing. Especially with Vince. He knew what was going to happen. He should have damn.
Yeah, why didn't he come storming down and blow out his quads on this one?
So this is a little prior to Vince being known as the owner, right?
Yeah.
I think people knew. They were like, we would know, you know. Yeah. But I did only know him as the announcer for years. My dad's the one that told me that he was the owner. I'm like, what? That guy, the announcer? Then why is he doing his own job?
So who's gonna make the decision here to decide what happens?
Well, you know
The
what happened.
referees? Yeah, but who decides that? Earl
Isn't Jack
Hebner?
Tunney about to come out?
Yes, he is.
He's a figurehead. The greatest of figureheads, according
I
to
like
Efren.
how Brett's limping again, you know.
You know what
Well, I
makes me
guess
laugh
they
about this
are-
part is they announce the winners, right? Each of them, and the people go nuts like they don't know this is a schmoz. They're like, yeah.
But and it's the same thing with like Cena and Batista.
Yeah, but that was an accident.
That one was an accident. Yes.
I know that one was an accident, but it's like the same.
Still don't know how you rip your quads. I don't even. You're freaking. You don't know how to run to the ring. What
mean-
happened?
I
Because he
still don't
aggressively
understand
threw
why he
his
did.
coat. And that's yeah.
He should
Oh,
just
look,
send
people
both of
cheering,
them to
right, for
Mania.
Bret Hart because he gets his hand raised. Obviously, something's up, fans. Did you guys notice that it sounded like a lot of children with the cheers and the countdown and everything?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I noticed that a lot. It's not like that today.
What
It
if
looks
Cody
like
and
1,000
CM
birds
Punk do
shit
this
on
this
Bret
year?
Hart.
That could happen. You're not wrong, Devin. Cody and CM Punk falling out of the ring together.
Same
Oh,
exact time
Lord.
to end it.
I think something's weird's got to happen now. There's so many people that should win.
Yeah, when was it that Cena and
2000
did it?
2000
05 or something?
5, right? Bryant, 2005.
Yeah.
Yes,
So it's been
2005.
almost 20
Great.
years.
Holy shit. I can't believe we're right again.
It's about time for a fuck finish for a Rumble.
I mean, is this what you're wearing, Tony?
94.
Sweet tie.
04,
Is
Yeah,
2000.
look at it.
Is it?
I'm saying 94, 04, 2004.
2024? What happened
Yeah.
at 14? But that was 05.
Yeah, it was
Wasn't
05.
Was 14 Alberto Del Rio
It's getting close.
in the greatest
It's
Royal Rumble?
close.
I gotta look.
No.
Or was
Greatest
that
Royal
Roman
Rumble,
Reigns?
why don't we cover that one?
Alberto Del Rio won in 2011.
11.
That makes sense.
11.
right?
You ain't worried about 11. I'm saying there'll be a fuck finish this year. Quote me on it.
They don't show their feet. They don't show their feet.
Sweet
No,
shot of the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
The turnbuckle.
Why is what?
We're gonna go to the instant replay of the fucking turnbuckle.
Can we talk
Oh, is
about
this
Fink doing
NFL?
like prayer hands right in front of his face the whole time? Like, what are we doing? I don't get
I love
this.
Howard
Oh,
Finkel's
oh, oh.
reactions here because
This is like the fucking NFL.
Right? And that
Right,
camera
yeah,
angle
deciding
is
if they should throw a
clearer
flag
than a
for a
lot
half
of the.
hour.
Isn't it funny how NFL has all these 4K cameras, but when they zoom in on something, it looks like fucking 720p.
They
you know?
can't
go.
get it. They can't
Up
get the
announce the
fucking
winner.
time.
Tony, tell me what the hell I need to say in this mic.
Oh, he has to stop. He does.
He don't even know.
Finkel's the best. Hey, Finkel's selling it with them facials.
Freaking Lex is pissed.
Finkel with more hair than Brad here.
Well, that's by choice there. I do shave this part, okay?
All right. Okay.
You
Brad.
don't lose hair down here.
Now I want Brad to go as Howard Finkel for Halloween this year.
Yeah.
Yes, me too.
Hey, in Tampa, I'm
Not me,
honestly
me.
thinking about like when they
Nice
get done
ball
cutting
tie.
Eric's hair, if there's like a 2 guard or a 3 guard on them buzzers, just take a little off the top. Free haircut? You know what I'm
Do
saying?
you think the fans at this time felt cheated?
Probably.
Yeah, I'd say so.
He's
I just
now-
can't quit looking at that whole family in fucking Razor Ramon t-shirts.
You're welcome.
like five of them
Okay,
straight
okay.
across, all Razor shirts.
There it is. They announced them both as winners.
Yeah.
And now what? Now we have
So do
a
they
real
both
pickle,
go to WrestleMania?
like a real pickle, huh?
Isn't it funny how the first WrestleMania without Hogan and there's 2 Rumble winners and you know all that? It seems like they were kind of pulling out all the stops.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I didn't hate it. I liked it. I thought it was entertaining.
It was good.
So should we not even talk about Mania and do a watch along in April?
Of the
Are we
entire
gonna
WrestleMania.
I'm not watching the whole
Yeah.
fucking Mania.
You have a
Fine.
week? Um,
I'll watch a match. I can do a match, but I'm not watching a whole fucking Mania.
so we do have some listener questions.
Oh yeah,
Not-
let's get to them.
Not many this week, but we have a couple. 2 are from Amy, and they are visual. So do you want me to ask the first question, Brian, and then you can get that stuff ready?
Well, we already know what Amy thinks about it.
Whatever you want to do, Brad.
I just didn't know if you were
Your
ready. So
show.
I'll go ahead and ask the first question. It comes from Ben Jones. If
Shout out.
you rebook the ending of the match, would you have kept the same result or gone with a clear winner? If so, who and why?
Ooh.
I think you go clear winner, but the who is definitely a because do you want kind of a fucky finish but Brett winning and that way Lex has like a chip on his shoulder type thing?
Gotcha.
I think that the experiment with Lex was dead at this point. He lost or he beat Yoko at SummerSlam, but by DQ, and that was probably the highest that he was ever gonna get. I feel like just go with Brett, give Brett his main event match against Yoko, and let's go
Both
with
baby
it.
faces, right?
Yeah, they're
I
both
I like what they did. Keep it. For me, I'm keeping it.
I would do if I did something like that. I would go to the next pay-per-view, have them face each other for the winner.
Well,
Make
Yeah.
that your main event.
Yeah.
okay.
Like in your house, whatever, before
Yeah,
Mania.
I mean, even they did this year. If this
So-
year they
Fastlane?
did it, yeah, if this year they did it, where it's like a tie to finish, the next pay-per-view, those two wrestle, the winner gets that main event.
Because they
Was
did
there
that
only
with
a
the
big-
Final Four that one year. They did the,
But was there only a
Right.
big 4 at the time?
Beware of Dog.
Was there more than? Oh, they had those pay-per-views back then. That's right.
Yeah,
Well, I mean,
yeah,
but
yeah.
like that's when the Final Four fought each other.
Yeah.
I'm just talking about like nowadays. Like, if we had a tie situation, those two wrestle next pay-per-view, the winner gets the main event.
Why wouldn't you just restart the match?
The whole
From
match.
one?
No,
all,
the 2 of them.
all
The 2 of them.
30.
No,
That
but
way
why?
Sebastian
the 2
Booger can
guys
make an
say
appearance.
sudden death now match, and first pinfall wins.
Okay, but then again, if you do it the next pay-per-view, that's what gets you your buys.
But why wasn't that an option here?
Because they weren't worried about that shit.
No,
then.
because they wanted this controversy. Is what I'm getting at.
Yeah, they weren't worried about the buys and everything else then. Now
Yeah.
they are.
All right. Well, we all have our opinions. So go ahead, Brian. Put up whichever one
What's
you
your
want
opinion?
first. I said it. I liked the way it was. I enjoyed it. All right. So
Oh.
Amy wants to know which one you getting rid of forever, or which is the worst candy in this picture.
Pamela Anderson.
I'm going almond joy.
What?
I don't like coconut. I don't like nuts. Shout out.
I'm probably getting rid of the good
Oh,
and
you know
plenty,
what?
honestly.
Yeah, good and plenty suck too. Those are black licorice ones, right?
Like Mounds is good. Whatchamacallit's good. Baby Ruth, bomb, 100 grand. Shout out.
I love
I'll
that.
get rid of
Sorry, did you
100
just
grand.
say? Did you just say you eat whatchamacallit?
I like whatchamacallit.
What?
Whatchamacallit.
These things are terrible.
No, they're not.
What about Raisinets?
Raisinets are overrated.
Raisinets are fantastic.
I have 3 and then I'm done with them.
There's 2 packages of Swedish fish. We're not talking about that. They got Swedish fish on here twice.
There's 2,000 grand bars as well.
There's you mean so it becomes 2,000?
100 grand? Aren't they 100 grand, not 1,000?
It's $100,000 bar.
$100,000 bar.
Oh,
That's what it was called
candy?
before it was 100 grand.
Boom.
100 grand.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, C's candy. That's about 100 grand too.
I'm not a fan of Butterfinger either.
Yeah.
Really? I love Butterfingers.
I mean, they're
Good
okay.
and plenty. I said good and plenty. Crunch. I was never a big fan of Crunch.
What about Crackle?
No.
What's your
I
favorite?
do like
candy bar?
Snickers. And the Snickers ice cream bar, the best.
You know what's underrated on this page? Rolos.
Yeah.
Milk
Rose
duds. I
are-
like milk duds too. I like a lot on here. I freaking.
I like the York peppermint patty when I feel
Yeah.
sensation.
All right, let's make our picks. Let's make our picks. So what's the one we're getting rid of?
I'm getting rid of Almond Joy.
Good and plenty.
I'll agree with that. I can do that one.
Great, Mike.
Yeah,
I didn't know we had to be a team effort on this, but
Talk about
on
putting
me,
in
guys.
all the effort. Yeah, I agree with you. Yep, that one.
Devin.
And I'm the whatchamacallit.
Uh,
I'll get rid of those.
Oh,
so what's the
fuck
one
you,
we're
Dan.
keeping now? Is that what you want to know?
I don't even know if I've had it.
Keeping them all.
Reese's.
Yeah, Reese's is
Take
good.
5.
I love a Twix too, guys. I love a Twix.
Take 5. Oh, Twix is fucking
Shout
good
out
too.
Fifth Avenue. You really don't see those much
Man,
anymore.
shout out 100-gram bars too. They're freaking underrated.
Shout out
Alright.
Almond Joys. Man.
Baby
don't
Ruth
like
is
that one.
awesome.
Voice from the heaven.
Wait a minute. We haven't even talked about the Kit Kat on there. Oh. It's good shit.
What is your vote for the keep?
To keep?
Yeah, we're keeping one now. We're keeping one in. getting rid of
Yeah.
one. We're breaking all the
Uh,
rules. Amy. By the way, I wonder what her
It is
notification
an Amy thing, so what better way to honor Amy than to just make up our own
Yeah,
shit?
I'm keeping them all and I'm killing them all. I'm eating them first, then I'm getting rid of them forever.
Yeah, we're gonna blame Brad, so it's Brad's fault. Everything's fucked up on this whole roll, but
Dude, I'm keeping peanut M&Ms. I love peanut M&Ms.
Fuck
They're
out
my
of here.
favorite.
Ew, gross. Why don't you freaking root for FTR while you're at it, huh?
Good lord, you hate peanut M&Ms?
I just, it's all peanut. It's all peanut. Just eat some freaking peanuts. It's not enough chocolate. It's
They
bad
got-
proportion.
I don't even know who you are anymore.
I think Amy's right. Do you have a head trauma here that we need
Really?
to talk
Definitely
about?
been hitting the head. There is
92 episodes in, and I don't even know who you are.
Did you see the
anymore.
way I landed on my flat back bump? Had anybody noticed that? It wasn't the right way.
Well, you should have took lessons from Adam. He's our
Mhm.
in-ring performer.
Freaking asshole. Chief.
Tuck your chin.
An absolute
You
ringer.
ain't been right since you got kicked in the balls by somebody. So,
That's correct, but my head injuries go way back.
well, I mean,
All right. Go ahead and put up the other graphic there, Bryant, if you have a moment. If you're not too
You-
busy.
Yeah.
it's not easy.
You literally sent me just that.
I sent you the I told you to do the video, remember?
You did not send me a video.
I didn't send it to you. I said, can you play Amy's video on there from before? You said, yes, I
Ah.
can do that. But we can
Here
wait.
you
We can do that after he books Mania if you'd like.
Yeah, we'll go with
You don't,
that.
you don't remember that conversation?
Nope, no.
That's fine. That's fine. It's, you're a liar, but that's okay.
That's my own head traumas. That's what it is.
Boom. See, now they're contagious. Brad's just spreading head traumas to everybody.
Take a look. I'm just going to go back while you book Mania.
Osmosis. You're osmosising your deficiencies. Shout out. I'm
Shout
glad
out.
that we get to do this on air so all of our fans get to listen to us be ill prepared also.
I said, Brian, can you? I said, Brian, can you use that clip from Amy tonight? And you're, yes, I can use it. Now, I don't think it's the clip I didn't know. I didn't know about that clip.
I love the fact that we do this on air all the time.
I totally thought you were talking about the FTR clip, so yeah, that's on me.
Okay, great. I had not. Well, you created something from me just writing that, and oh, this is funny shit. All right, we can. All right, back to you, James.
Boy. Professional podcast.
Apparently, I was part of it and didn't even know it.
Yeah, it was
Noah.
a surprise to you, but I guess the cat was out of the bag and you didn't even realize it.
Nope.
Well, hey, before I book Mania, I just want to give a shout out to me and Brad for being. The funny thing about commenting on sports on our podcast is we're always wrong literally every time we talk about sports. We're always like a week out, and 90% of the time, we're completely incorrect. So, Dallas definitely lost. Philadelphia lost. And, yeah, I guess Devin's shitbag team, by the time this airs, hell, by the time this airs, though, they have won the Super Bowl.
I will tell you right
Looking
now.
far out as we are.
Don't take that team too lightly, Devin. Do not take that team too lightly.
Hey,
It's gonna be Tampa. We want Tampa to win.
No, we don't.
I fucking hate
I
Baker
do.
Mayfield.
I went Detroit.
Listen. I made a bet.
We
last
want
year.
Taylor Swift versus Eminem in our Super Bowl.
Listen.
Kansas
No,
City
we do
versus
not.
Detroit.
No, we do not.
Listen, Landers.
No one's
Listen,
talking.
Landers. listen, Linda. Listen, Linda. Okay. Last year, I made a $1 bet.
Wow.
It was a random pick for the Super Bowl winner. The winner gets $250. My pick was Tampa. So
Hey, speaking of, can we talk about the bullshit with the colors you brought to our attention earlier? That's no longer in it. You said it was going to be the Cowboys colors. Remember that
what?
guy said
The
about
colors are purple and red.
Yeah, it's gonna
Oh.
be Ravens Niners.
What about that
the changes
shit?
every week?
All I'm saying is, I went on one betting site and betted $1. But if Tampa Bay goes to the Super Bowl, I win $250. So yes, right now I am wanting Tampa Bay to go to the Super Bowl.
You made part 2 of my confessions. Shout out Usher.
Brian, go ahead before James goes. Play that clip.
If I spend $249 on them going to the Super Bowl, fuck yeah, I'm down.
Mike, I hope you lose $1.
All right, here we go. This is what she showed us online. She wanted us to know what we thought.
That is
You can cut
grown
it.
man strength right there.
That is
grown man strength.
I mean, that is not good for your back.
That's from Amy.
Yeah,
That is from Amy. She wanted to know what we thought of that move.
that is grown man strength right there.
For those of you listening, Brad, can you explain the move?
No.
Dude
like
flies in the air, homeboy catches him, and then grown man suplexes him, I guess, not a suplex, but belly.
He almost brings up all the way down to the ground, then suplex.
Yeah,
It's all the way
dead
bottom
weight,
says-
dead weight lifts
Picks him up and all the way back. I don't know how. I've never seen anything like it.
The
Hey,
bottom says a
Jordan.
pop-up gut wrench suplex.
Unbelievable.
He throws him up in the air, catches him, and then suplexes him.
So
And
that
he
is
don't
Jeff
hit
Cobb.
the
For just so you
ground.
guys know, we have seen him on AEW. For those of you that may not follow him outside of there, excellent.
That's a fucking amazing move. And it might have been Amy that shared it on Twitter that I seen it.
Yeah. So I just wanted you guys to watch that. But anyway, that's all I got there. So that's all the questions. Back to you, James.
Hell yeah! So I guess it's my turn to book Mania, huh?
Can't wait, brother.
Oh hell yeah!
Shout out
Too
to
much.
Bober for presenting this idea, and I think we've had a lot of fun with it. Obviously, Mike, that's a failed drug test on his WrestleMania card, but it is my turn to book it. I
I
guess.
guarantee you, at least 3 of my matches are going to be on WrestleMania.
Yeah, the Shane McMahon one. Can't wait to see it. But
Insane.
I kept mine relatively short. I didn't book that many matches, but
Yeah, book 2 nights.
I did. And so night 1, match 1, kicking off WrestleMania. We have Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens versus the Creeds. I think that's their name. And it is a loser leaves WWE match.
Yes.
What the hell?
Who wins? Who
Mike,
wins?
he's
That
not talking about the Creeds, brother.
The Creeds
He's
win.
not talking about the
So
Creeds
Kevin
losing.
Owens and Sami Zayn leave WWE.
Oh, fuck off.
Miracles
thought he
do
was-
happen, baby. You know what I'm
What
saying?
they going to do in AEW?
Hey, we're starting off hot. That could be the only match, and I would be like, this is the best WrestleMania of all time.
And so you know it's the Creed brothers.
Loser
Is it-
leaves WWE. Nah, 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 nah. Nah, 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 nah.
Whatever.
Goodbye.
All right.
Love
I can
it.
see that.
That's
Sammy
it.
and,
No, I'm kidding.
Sammy and Kevin going over on that. Yeah.
I have the U.S. title match. Logan Paul versus LA Knight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have the Raw tag, and it is shocker, Finn and Damian versus R-Truth and Miz.
Oh,
Need some more R-Truth in my life. I know that just happened, but whatever.
I'm down. I'm down.
They've been a tag team before.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm
and
down.
You
That's
said
awesome
just the
truth.
Raw.
And that's some
title.
awesome truth.
That's the Raw tag team. Okay, I'm down.
Your SmackDown Women's belt, I'm having Rhea versus Becky.
Ooh, nice.
Because why not?
So
And
does that
then,
mean Becky? Oh, okay, no, you're doing it. I'm sorry.
no, go ahead.
No. You were going to talk about the Rumbles. I apologize.
Oh,
Your winners. So that would. I just was curious. So that'll answer my question when you answer that.
well, fuck, I didn't think about
Did
the
do a
women's
women's?
rumble.
Well, did you think Becky wins the Rumble, or do you think it's just the separate?
Probably not. Actually, no. I think I will save that for my day 2.
Okay.
Okay.
And then the main
So
event,
who
night 1,
wins it? Who wins that match?
That's not the
Who-
game.
Rhea. Yeah.
I was told that 6 times.
Here's the thing: the only one that I picked a
I can
winner
see it,
on
I know- I
was
can see
Sami
it.
Zayn and Kevin Owens losing and leaving WWE. That's the only one I picked a winner on my matches.
Okay.
My main event, night 1, CM Punk versus Seth Rollins. But none of them win the Rumble, so we just get there.
Okay.
Okay.
Night 2, opening it up with Uso versus Uso. I think that's I
know you
don't.
guys all feel that way. I'm just not excited for it. That's all. I need to get excited for it, I guess.
You know it's going to be a good match though. They both can go. But they
I'm
have
with
to
you,
book
Brad.
it to where
More
like
out.
you have to book it to where the brothers hate each other. Because here's the thing, they flip flop on each other so much, it's probably not going to have any heat. Because you're like,
That's
okay,
what
they're
I
going to be a
need.
tag team next week. You know,
Rumble. During
that's what I
the Rumble, they're both gonna be in the ring at the same time. And
That
that's
would be
when-
okay.
come
Okay.
on, Uso. Yeah.
All right, so I agree with both of you because when the first time the Hardys faced each other, Matt and Jeff, when they faced at WrestleMania, I was not ready for that match and was like kind of sour to it. But when they faced off in Impact with a little story behind it, Matt trying to get Brother Nero there, like then I was kind of for it. So I'm with you, James. If they can build a story, it'd be great.
Like when they had a bunch of heat against each other, like towards the end of last year, that'd be good stuff. But now it's kind of fizzled. You know.
Well,
They
we
could
got,
always rekindle it.
Yeah.
we got Yeet versus No Yeet.
Yep.
Who's gonna win?
Let that sit for 48 hours.
Damn right.
My IC title match is Gunther versus Brock. I would like to see that at WrestleMania. I think they'd put on a good match. Obviously, everybody's gonna know it's bullshit. Brock going for the IC belt, you know, but I think those two could have an awesome match.
What's the finish?
Gunther.
You book it. You're booking it. You book the finish right now.
Gunther wins.
How?
Big old slap, clothesline, whatever thing. And I don't know, pins him.
There's a thing going around X right now that was like everyone's expecting Punk or Cody or possibly LA Knight to win the Rumble. Wait till Brock Lesnar wins it.
That'd be some shit. I got the SmackDown tag titles. Finn and Damian versus Chad Gable and Otis.
I like how you separated them.
Can we get Chad Gable and Otis to win one?
Did I
this
not do
one?
that
They
last
can
week?
win this one.
I
That way,
like.
Damian
I'm
and
such a
Finn
big
still are
Gable
tag
fan.
title champions.
Devin, I did that last week, and you did not say not shit about it.
He wasn't here. He wasn't.
I was pressing a button on a score clock.
So there you go. You have to listen to it, and he's going to give you a great compliment when he does listen.
Oh
Finally.
boy.
I will, Mike. You'll see that in the text messages off air.
You know, these motherfuckers hated my Bookmania.
Just thought the cocaine must have been really good that day because you were on one.
Mike or Vince Russo, you know.
Herb Abrams.
Herb Abrams was the best. That cracked the hell up. What was it? Herb Abrams 8 ball is this? Something like that. It wasn't right.
Herb Abrams, Vince Russo. For the Raw Women's belt, I have Rio versus winner of the Rumble, Bailey.
Oh, awesome. I mean, I picked Jade, but I'll take Bailey.
I think that's what's gonna happen. I really do.
Well, he's got the.
Yep.
See, I think the opposite. I think Bailey just fights her way through her faction, but I like it still. You know.
I left a name off of the Royal or off of WrestleMania. I just realized.
What, Roman?
I haven't heard Austin Theory
We
yet.
left him off a list before. I didn't know.
Yeah, Austin. Here's a spoiler: Austin Theory and Cody Rhodes are not on my card. I just realized.
There you go, 1-on-1.
I was looking because I'm getting to like the main event, and I was like, "Holy fuck!" I left Cody off this.
So, Cody versus Austin Theory, huh?
Yeah, night 2, kick off the show. So my main event for all the marbles, we have Roman Reigns versus your winner of the Royal Rumble, Hangman Page.
Oh,
What the hell?
As he's in the main events right now of AEW.
So Hangman Page is gonna win and beat Roman and end the streak.
That is cowboy shit.
That is cowboy shit.
and then James can say that's cowboy shit because I mean we know what they're doing.
Y'all knew I was gonna do some bullshit.
I know.
Hangman Page.
I thought you were
debuts
saying
in the
Rock.
Rumble, wins it and beats Roman. Your Hogan record, goodbye. Hangman Page is WWE champion.
Hey, James got to say cowboy shit somehow. It ain't the football team. So,
I took a lot of cowboy shit while I was dead in bed, and everybody just wanted to talk shit. Hey, let's check on El Cura. Is El Cura good? No, he's sick as fuck under the bed. And then Devin, anybody watching Fox? No, my team's in the playoffs, Devin. I'm just not watching.
What a dick
What
that
kind
was.
of
That was like a
jackass
dick
shit
thing.
is that?
No one answered forever either.
No one did.
Anybody watching Fox? No, Devin, we're not watching the playoffs.
Why would we
Fuck it.
watch the playoffs in the football?
Yeah, nobody
Fox.
watches
I love the
playoffs.
specifics of Fox. That made
Anybody watching
Look
Fox
at
right
that
now?
shit.
I look emoji. Fuck off is what I want to say.
Get
But
your
here's
ass
the thing:
kicked.
if Dallas was winning, do you think Devin would have been like, anybody watching Fox? No.
Hell
I wanted to say
no.
shit because my team was losing, which brings me back to another thing. You assholes wanted to talk shit to me. Nobody was like, hey, anybody check on Stanton? No, it was, the Cowboys are losing, so let's make fun of James.
Yeah,
Every
That
other
was
team
the
that
next, that was
lost
the
in the
next night,
playoffs,
pal.
every other team that loses, it's fine. Let's just make fun of James. Cool shit. That's why they're America's team, because y'all ride the dick more than the fans do. Boom.
Yeah,
And that
That's
is
right.
cowboy shit.
that's right.
That is the spirit of June.
Yeah, for real.
Live forever.
But no, that is my if you want me to book a real main event, I can, but Hangman Page wins the Rumble, beats Roman.
It's more believable than Mike's picks.
Well, fuck off, Brad.
Is this where you
Yeah,
say
you're
your
good.
spoiler, James? Or is that later still?
That was the spoiler. Hangman Page wins the Rumble.
Oh, that's your surprise debut.
Yeah, that's my surprise entrant. Hangman Page, and he wins the motherfucker and beats Roman at Mania.
That's awesome.
I think Andrade's coming back.
It's a good,
And
I
good
think it's
surprise.
kind of gave
Isn't
him.
it funny? Charlotte pushed for him to come back to WWE. He pushed Andrade, pushed for Ric Flair to go to AEW. So it's like, hey, y'all should get Pop on here. All right,
I
see
think-
ya. I'm out. I'm going back to WWE.
I think MJF might show up at the Rumble.
He's injured.
I think he signed.
with
I think he's
AEW.
re-signed with AEW
I-
for
I-
years.
Charlotte's going to come back like Cena and whatever.
Mike, if they let him go, there's just no way they can let him go.
They're done. They're
They
done.
cannot let him go.
Him and Britt, you
I
have to
agree. I
pay him and
agree.
Britt whatever.
I'm just saying,
Well-
I think that he will throw everything at it. And he
I
should.
agree.
Him and Britt Baker,
money
like
talks.
you have to pay them whatever the fuck
Yeah.
they want.
Those are your stars. She was a bigger star than Jade.
I disagree
money
with the
talks.
Britt Baker one.
I
She
don't.
hasn't been significantly on TV in a long
But you can make her
time.
Yeah,
significant.
but,
again.
well,
She is
look,
AEW through and through. She
Has
was
the
first
women's
signing.
division been significant since she left?
I'd say it's relevant right now with Tony Storm and the reemergence
Oh,
of
she's
Deonna
good.
Purrazzo.
Oh, they're good.
I think it's better now.
That's
since
a
she
debut. So it was trash until 2
Debut.
weeks ago. Because Deonna Purrazzo just came in then.
left.
So it was
I think Tony Storm's been
they gave
awesome.
Soraya the belt and it didn't do a fucking thing.
It's a shame.
I think since Jade left, it's been better.
I do think it was a shame that Soraya didn't
I
have
don't
a
agree
good
with
run.
that. I like Jade on Rampage when she made Rampage relevant.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I don't like. I'm not saying I do not like Jade. I'm saying she needed learning to do.
She's a star, man. That's all I'm saying.
I like Statlander. I love Statlander.
Yeah.
Do you think Statlander could carry the division?
Hey,
If
My
you
winner
book
for the
if you book
women's
some shit
Royal
right,
They're
Rumble,
building women. Julia Hart, Sky Blue. They're building women.
Alexa Bliss.
I thought about throwing her on my Mania card too.
Oh, she's gonna win the Royal Rumble.
Honestly, I kind of think that. I think Alexa Bliss may come back. She may not win it, but she may be a Final Four
Do you
person.
think Liv can make is she well enough at this point to come back for the Rumble and make some noise?
Rumor has it that didn't even
Yeah.
phase her
Yeah,
ranking with the
right.
company.
But she was hurt. I didn't know how healthy she was. That's all.
Well, and the arrest thing, rumor has it, didn't even phase her standing in the company.
Yeah, some of them, they don't care about marijuana.
Maybe she will come back in the Rumble.
Do you
Bro.
think if Alexa Bliss was to return, would she have to come back with the Lily doll?
Not necessarily. She could play the
No.
bitch. She was good at being a bitch.
How about Bo Dallas?
Yeah.
Can he come back on the other
She's
side?
back
Uncle
here,
Howdy?
Alexa Bliss. I don't give a fuck how she comes back. As long as she comes back.
What
I'm
if
happy.
Bo Dallas came back as Bo Wyatt?
I think it's an idea.
We're talking about Bo Dallas and Bo Wyatt.
Believe.
Well, Bo Dallas is Bray Wyatt's brother, and it would be something to come back as Bo Wyatt.
Bo
He was
Wyatt
the man
would be
that played
cool.
Uncle Howdy, but you can't really continue. You could continue Uncle Howdy, but like the story would not be the same without Bray Wyatt there.
Yeah.
I think he's still signed, right?
Bo Wyatt,
Just
that's a good
signed.
idea.
And he could play a character.
Yeah, for sure. And he could have went through some traumatic stuff with losing his brother that could
Wow.
play out
We're
on
gonna get
TV.
deep here, and Bray would love that. Honestly, Bray would love
Yeah,
that.
he would.
And that would elevate Bo, like that
It
gives
would.
him instant credibility when he hits
Look,
the
they've done
camera.
stuff like this with Eddie Guerrero. They've done stuff like this, and I think Bray would be on
Great.
board.
Great storyline, great like everything. It's how Bo would do it.
I believe 100%.
Believe.
You know what I'm saying?
He was the
No,
man.
but I'm
He was
saying
the
is,
man.
but what I'm saying is, it depends on how Bo Dallas, Bo White, Bo whatever the fuck he is.
Bo Rotunda.
Yeah, Bo Rotunda.
It's actually not even Bo. It's Taylor.
Like it depends on how he comes out. It depends on how he.
I do like Bo Rotunda though. That'd be a
They
sick
might
name.
do that. It makes sense too. Rotunda, Wyatt, they both make sense.
Yeah, Bo Rotunda would be cool.
No. I think it could be a good storyline if he could pull it off.
It's fair.
I think so too.
The thing is,
Shout
can
out
he
Bo
pull-
Dallas and Curtis Axel. The only reason I was ever on WWE TV.
Yeah,
I
Mentioned him
brought a
earlier.
B team side.
Just as good as
no, what
FTR.
I'm saying is, if he can pull it off, yes, it would be great. Can he pull it off? Can WWE let him pull it off?
I did want to make a joke to Amy. I was like, "Oh, did you get that action figure when they were shaving each other's backs?" Because that was a horrible storyline.
It was.
Oh,
And
They were involved in the greatest live match I've ever
I
seen.
do not believe she was as big of a fan back then. Of course, I stand by that.
calling it out.
Anyway, back to you, James. Let's put a bow on this bad boy, huh?
Well, I think
I forgot we were doing that.
yeah, right. Speaking of what are we doing next week?
So as you guys, you may not know, there's some traveling going on next week. James is traveling. We're not sure about Mike, and Adam's traveling, but we're still going to put a show together, and we're hoping that as many people can be here as possible. And we are going to have the returning Mr. Thomas from MLW for an interview. He's promoting his next show that's going to be February 3rd in Philadelphia, MLW Super Fight. I will be there, of course. I mentioned that last week, and he wanted to talk about it before it happened. So that's it.
Mr. Thomas is legit. One of the funnest guests we've had on this show, and I'm gonna do what I can to be on that one because that motherfucker is hilarious.
Yes, Mr. Thompson is great. We want to promote everything he can, and then following that, I think we have something special for all of you guys coming up.
Well, Mike, did you let the other guys know yet?
Nope, because I have no fucking clue what he's talking about.
Perfect. Anyway, that's what next week is. So back to you, James. Take us home, baby.
Well, appreciate it.
Just give us a gimmick to get out of here.
Okay.
The tape machines are definitely rolling on this one. Want to thank everybody for joining us. Obviously, be a friend and tell a friend if you like what we're doing. Always spread the word because, like all of y'all know, the minute you start watching us, hey, we got some good stuff and you're going to, binge a lot of it and all that. We appreciate the feedback on social media. Gotta love that. And, we covered the Royal Rumble 94 today, and it's Royal Rumble season. And it kind of makes me wonder, like, you know, there are going to be opportunities to rise because the Royal Rumble is, hey, who knows who's going to get that title shot? There could be a no-name person that all of a sudden eliminates, some people and wins the Rumble, and that changes their life. They are presented with an opportunity to become champion. Like, look at Mike right now. He's got an opportunity to become a manager. Like sometimes those opportunities just arise, and that's what I like about the Rumble. Anybody can change their whole outlook, their whole life, their whole career by just winning the Rumble, get that automatic title shot. But you know how you get that title shot? You know how you win the Rumble? Well, you got to kick out at 2 because life is going to hit you in the face. But here's the thing: when life pins you down, you throw that shoulder, baby, and kick out at 2 because opportunities like the Rumble don't happen unless you kick out at 2. So, always strive to move forward and always try to do your best and apply yourself. And hey, maybe you'll get that title shot. Maybe you'll rise above the crowd of 30 and maybe you'll be the one, on top. But that doesn't happen unless you find the strength within yourself, kick out at 2. Because that's what we do. And that's what you do on your show, The Kickout Crew. So thank everybody for joining us. And hey, guess what? We'll see you next week. Good.
Suck it!
Run.